Hey, I was caught typing. Hey, Mike W., how you doing? Welcome in. Good to see you. Well, see your text. It would be good to see you. Hi, Jim.
I was going to say hi, Johnny, and hi, Corey, and Mikey, and
Go
Max.
ahead. Why don't you do that? Maxie's here. All right.
And, hi, Bill. You're here too. Finally.
I want to wish everybody in the what? Did you say something?
Nope, nothing.
Wish everybody. Hope everybody stayed dry and had a nice Memorial Day today.
Is it wet down
there? And except you, Jim, because you're in Canada and you don't care. However, I do want to get the message out that the one thing we don't want to forget is that these holidays are just as much more, really, for the folks that these brave men and women have left behind. Because that's what Memorial Day is in this country, Jim. You're frozen, aren't you? God, I stunned you with that, didn't I?
Yeah. Hi, Bill.
Anyway. Hi, Bill. Memorial Day is for us to remember their sacrifice, their ultimate sacrifice, and what they did for their country, and we can't forget that. In any case, on to less serious topics. Nice haircut.
Thanks, buddy. Nice shave.
Yeah, I did. I did just shave.
Yeah.
It's smooth. It's as smooth as old Mr. Periwinkle's ass right there.
Yeah.
Not nearly as white, but How's everybody in the chats tonight? Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. I didn't know if I'm sorry, what?
Charles Galusky.
Oh, Charles is here. Hi, Charles.
I got a quick question. What did we do last week that was so much better? Because there's almost 200 views. And that's way more than any other Sunday night Hangar talk we've done.
I don't know. Well, I mean, you know what part of it is? I think it depends. I mean, didn't somebody else have a show going on last Sunday night? And if it's a popular guy, I don't know. I thought there was something on it. And sometimes if it's a popular one, then it ends and people got nothing else to do. Oh, look, this idiot's on, and they come in, or they just view it later, or we were just funny, or
comedy gold. Comedy gold.
It was comedy gold. I guess it was. That's exactly right. And that's not exactly a lot of views. Don't go crazy. Now I've had some views. I've had 140 and 160 and whatever.
But it's almost 200.
Well, I guess we're getting popular. I don't know. Oh, look, it's all you, Jim. It is. And now that you got the haircut, we're gonna. Oh my God! No kidding. Who invited this guy?
You.
Hey. What's up? How you doing, Justin?
Hey, Justin.
I wanted to catch your show because I never get to watch it because usually I have to work on Mondays.
Yeah, you got to keep saying hi to the folks there, Jim. That's your job. That's your job. I'll send the check later.
Sorry.
We miss you. Look, we're getting people we don't actually see every week.
Edge FPV.
Yeah.
Edge.
Look, 2 monkeys are alive. 2 monkeys in the box. Hi, Justin. Wow, good to see you. They want to see. I'm very excited because I whine a lot. Have you noticed? I know I do, and that's the first step to curing that is to recognize the problem. And I go on all these channels and win this and win that and win. I don't win shit. I win stuff sometimes, and I didn't win any. I've never won anything in Art's channel. And then I spent 6 days with him recently. He was down here and this and that. I spent a lot of time with him thinking maybe I can whine enough. I'll get something out of him. And he did. Look what he sent me. He said,
I won that on his channel a couple months ago.
Shut up.
I've only ever won 2 things. I won that little lanyard thing from No Fly Zone, and I won one of those from Art one time. But
Yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No,
it's not
I'm glad that you win things, Justin, because I don't. Somebody should. But anyway, he sent this to me, which was nice. It was a little melted from being in my mailbox, but I ate it anyway.
One was too. I had to put it in the freezer.
And he sent me. Well, I did. I had 2 pieces and I put it in the refrigerator. That made all the difference.
Art stickers.
He sent me a new sticker, and I didn't ask for any of this stuff. And I was only kidding. I didn't ask for anything. He just did it. Nice guy. He's fishing somewhere, from what I understand.
Yeah. Hello. Hello, Jose.
Jose Mendez. Sergio. I always think of that Peter Pan movie when I see that. It's Rufio, but it's Rufio. Chris is in there. Look at that. They're all rolling in, Jim. Maybe we'll get 200 views again today.
205.
And 1. Huh?
Well, to be truthfully honest with you, Paul just went dead on his live stream, and there was about 20 people in there. And I told them all to come over here. I said Bill's going live, so if you guys want to jump over,
don't Pat. I
told him, I said, if you guys want to, because a lot of people were still wanting to hang out, but Paul was going to go fly a ship, so I told everybody, I said, go over to Bill. He's about to go live.
These are my regulars, Justin. I mean, all right, everybody in the audience who came here because you had nothing else to do and you came over from that other stream, raise your hands.
Oh,
Raise your hand.
No, I really wanted to go on your live, though, because I haven't got to go on it for a while. You weren't even over there, Max. How do you know?
Pinch. I'm sorry. I'll give you such a pinch. What's that from? Ooh, I'll give you. It's Stinky. Remember Stinky? Ooh, I'll harm you. You don't know who that is?
Actually, that one is pretty good invitation there.
Yeah, I'll give you such a pinch.
I don't know the show, but I remember.
That's Abbott and Costello, the TV show. That was Stinky.
Yeah.
That wasn't Joe Dorito, though. Who played that? That was
I know you're, but
I don't know. Somebody else show how old you are in the audience. Tell me who that was. Anyway, he would crack me up. He would crack me up. He still does to this day. And I can watch Abbott and Costello's TV show on Prime TV. They've got it there, the whole series, every year. Yeah. Huh?
I was telling Sergio with it.
You're talking to Sergio?
What's
he saying?
To me in the chat.
Yeah. Is he saying anything to you? I don't want to interrupt.
Oh my God.
Thank God you saved my channel, though. I appreciate it, Justin. Yeah. You're a good man.
I'm not saying like everybody listened to me. I just made a suggestion. If you want to go to Bill's, he's going live.
Justin, I'm just pulling your leg there.
No, you're not. Just give me the. Oh, hi, Chris Wedgeworth. Just give me the word, Bill. I can boot him, so you don't look bad. It'll be me.
No, you don't want to bust it. No, leave him in there because I got nothing to say, so we need somebody in here. How about we talk about something interesting, drone related, like the new parachute thing? I heard. I was in those guys, the other guys,
those guys.
I was in there earlier, and the nice guys, and I was in there listening to them talk. Herman and Lawrence, Herman and Lawrence, yeah. And they were talking about a drone deployment system, but the one they were looking at was like $2,500, or a parachute deployment system for drones. I was like, oh, that's great, However, let's pop this out. Move to new window. Check this out. Would you guys consider, especially if your Care Refresh either died or you never bought it, want to do something like this? I'm going to share the screen, and here it comes. And I'm just going to keep talking until it appears on the window. And there it is. Here's the Manti 3. Manti 3. And I watched a review on this, which I won't show because I don't know the guy. So I don't want to, and it worked. It worked beautifully. And it's this one's made specifically for the Air 2, 2S, Mavic 2, 3, and Pro. It's $190. Not crazy, and it's repackable. Let me see. Boink. Look at that.
Wow.
Pretty cool, huh? You lose control of your drone. It starts to drop.
So that's assuming that the propellers have stopped because it's mounted on top?
Yeah, I don't think you'd want it going if the propeller props were going, because that might. But I'll tell you the truth. There's such a thing as a streamer effect. When I used to do rockets, ST rockets, not all of them had parachutes. Some of them had streamers, and that was enough. Just the fluttering of the streamers would slow it down enough that it didn't.
Now, what's the minimum height that it can fall and open safely?
I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I just found this before we came online, so we're learning together.
Imagine it doesn't.
Curious, because like say you were, 100 feet in the air and it started wigging out, and you just weren't sure if you were going to be able to get it down, and you were like, "Screw it," and you just hit the sticks in.
I bet you.
I don't know that it's.
That's 10 stories.
This might be automatic.
It's not 150, 200-pound man. You don't need that much.
Well, I'm just curious what the minimum height would be on.
Well, he wants to know whether
because it depends on how fast it deploys too.
It's dropping. It's dropping. Well, I'll tell you what. If it's just dropping, and you have to manually deploy it. I suppose you can manually deploy it, but I'm believing that this is automatic. 32-bit ARM processor.
It's most likely because I saw the USB-C plug on the side, so I'm wondering if it plugs in from that.
4H takes 4 hours for it to deploy. Right there, 4H.
I think what?
It says 4H.
4 hours. It's got to be. If it's falling down into the Grand Canyon, it's at 4 hours. Still too long. I love the Chinese. I do. First of all, they're cute. But aside from that, just how they describe things. The 150 milliamp battery gives you a pleasant endurance experience. That was pleasantly enduring.
Chinese wording.
They need to hire an American to help them write this stuff, or a Brit, or a Canadian.
I
even
said that about Indian scams, right? From India, it's like hire an American to call me because I'm more likely to fall for it. The minute I answer the phone and an Indian asks me if I want to extend my car warranty, I'm hanging the phone up.
So I guess this thing knows that your props have stopped. Wait, let me see. According to the official,
how's it going to know that?
I bet you have to link it with like the DJI app or something.
There is a USB-C connector on it. Let me see. 100%. According to the official test, this is the official test now, because not the non-official test they took, it just failed miserably. The experimental object Mavic Pro, and I've always thought of them as experimental objects, stopped 8 oars at an why did you say 4 props? Anyway, at an altitude of 25 meters and fell freely to simulate the accident. The success rate of opening the parachute was 100%, and the landing speed was only 5.5 meters per second, which effectively reduced the serious damage. Oh, so it reduces the serious damage. Actually, I'm sure it would be fine. Without 5.5 with the parachute, 22.36 meters per second without the parachute.
Good question, Max.
The new buzzer command prompt, easier to use. I mean, it's interesting.
Yeah, I just don't understand unless it's hardwired into the drone through a cable. How the hell does it know if the drone shuts off or it has an accident? That's what
I'm guessing it just detects a rapid loss of altitude.
So it has some kind of altitude meter or something in it. Probably something similar to skydiving, I'm assuming.
If anybody in the chats knows anything about this, please.
Oh, Phantom 4. Go up a bit. Go up a bit. Picture back up.
Yes, there's a Phantom 4.
Yeah, but you were just saying it was for Mavic.
And the Phantom 4s aren't that heavy, though.
Well, no, this particular one I was looking at, that's what they listed. I mean, they make more than one. Okay, they make more than one. So that one would be made to be able to mount on the on that. But they never crash. You ask any Phantom guy, they're the best. They don't crash. They're magical.
Unless you screw with yeah.
All right, let's look at the description. Let's. I mean, they got to be more descriptive and explain what it is that we're buying here. Okay, Manti consumer, Firefly.
I I wonder if you could go to Amazon.
They said Fly Fire here, but here it says Firefly. Firefly technology provides a professional, customized drone safety systems to meet the growing professional, personalized drone market. If you're looking for a drone safety system that matches your exclusive drone project, please contact us for a quote. Okay, that's not what I was looking for.
I got a thought.
Description.
Get the weight of whatever it is that you want to put it on, attach it to this, and throw it off an apartment building and watch it come down.
Wait a minute now. The area of the parachute cloth is 1.1 times that of the Manti. So now it's a Manti, not a Mavic. I don't know what's a Manti 3. Oh, all right. So the cloth is.
Go to Amazon and see what they have as far as these systems. See,
I don't know.
Might have this one on Amazon. It might have a better description and some reviews on it. They'll give you an idea.
They don't even say how it works.
That's what I'm saying. I would go to Amazon and see if they have that particular one, because then they'll see what people are writing in the reviews about it.
Adopts replaceable parachute cabin design. Replaceable cabin. Oh, I don't know. Can you fold it up and put it back in? Or do you have to buy another parachute pack? That's interesting. It is more convenient to reuse and has a variety of safety performance options. A new generation Manti adopts a replaceable parachute cabin design. The parachute cabin includes power units and tools. After rescuing the aircraft, the parachute cabin can be quickly replaced. At the same time, it can be divided Plus version, both of which are common, is to adapt to more models. Be sure to manufacture. Okay. That's something I'd like to know. Because they have... I have to watch that video. This guy that reviewed it. Because it doesn't say.
Northeast Drones has joined us, and if we put that up top, where are we going to put our strobe light?
On top? Well, we can put it on top of here. Right on the top.
Just blow your firehouse light off after.
Put it on the front. Oh, wait, does the whole thing go or just the top? I think just the top goes. Stick it on the front, I guess. I don't know. I just think it's interesting. But they got dual parachute, which just means you get a second one. And look at the price difference, 190 to 260. So it's very possible that if you use the parachute once, you got to replace it.
Well, and then it's just like a real parachute. You have to know how to fold it correctly.
No, it sounds like it's a module that you replace.
Or if you have your Phantom, you need two chutes.
Well, either that or maybe the dual chute is actually two big chutes.
No, I only watched like the first 60 seconds of the guy's video, and he described that, and he said nope, it comes with two
here's the reviews right here. What are they saying now?
2 weeks ago, initially just thinking it would be. Here's some reviews. Yeah, good prepared. Let's read more. Yesterday, my drone went down because I lost control of it. Thank goodness I had the parachute fitted, or I'd lost my Mavic 3 Plus. Thank goodness my insurance. Well, okay, so you're not telling me anything, and this is probably fake.
They even put
and he even wrote without major damage. Well, that sounds like the description on the website. All right.
One Nut has joined us.
Oh, Jesus, Mike.
What? Okay, so anyway, if any of you guys know anything about this, it's you think we should play that guy's review inside my channel just so I get in trouble? We could do it. I could always remove it.
Is it on YouTube?
Yeah.
How many subscribers does he have?
Oh, I'm sure many more than I do. I don't know. It just popped up, and I thought, oh, that might be interesting to talk about tonight, since I usually have nothing to talk about.
Well, did you see that system that they were talking about they were going to do for the Mavic 3, and it was like an airbag system? I don't know if it was just a concept idea, but
I've been talking about that forever.
Paul Hodges was showing a rendition video of what it would look like, and it was a bunch of airbags coming out. I guess it just bounce off the damn ground when it hits.
Oh, look at this. Captain Drone reviewed it.
I don't egg him on, Robert.
1 month ago, 16,000 views. So apparently some of you guys have seen this before. All right. Let me find somebody who's, a nobody like me. Let me see here.
Well, does Matt have a review of this on his channel?
Huh?
I was going to say, I was going to ask, does Matt have a review of this on his channel? He said he wanted a nobody channel.
Oh, that's just wrong.
On that bump, you got a Justin Byrne. Ooh.
7,000 views, 1.8 thousand views, 775 views. That's only a day ago, though.
I'm just trying to egg him on. Egg him on enough to come in here.
Oh, here we go. This is from the manufacturer. I'm sure they wouldn't mind.
Oh, there you go. No,
that's an idea. There. Okay, and if they do, they're stupid. Okay, new window, and I'll bet you they don't tell us anything we didn't just see on their website. But let's check it out. What do you think, guys?
Press it.
I'll have to get rid of this one here first. All right, share.
Press it.
Stickers. I like stickers. Mike B. Who else? Shots fired? What are they talking about?
No,
don't be mean.
I said I'm just poking at Matt, egging him on to see if he'll get on the panel. If I poke him enough, he might come along.
All right, let's get a little volume going here. The Manti 3.
Oh, seatbelts and everything.
You can still put your light on. It's back here above the battery.
Yeah.
Oh, shut up, Matt. You're not camera shy. See, this looks like a promotional video. Like they're gonna make it look like it works.
It is.
Okay, I thought this was just some like random thing.
It's from the manufacturer, which I said, Justin.
What are we talking about from that? Sorry.
Is that it? Oh, stupid! This is just how to install it. How dumb do they think their customers are? You got to tell somebody how to wrap a strap around a drone. Because that's all there was wrapping a strap around it.
Mike apparently he doesn't like the Australians anyway, because Matt or Tim don't have wrenches. So.
Hi, Tim. Bob Casey.
Okay.
They're coming from everywhere.
Oh, okay. Here's a better one. Here we go. Same music.
Not bad.
So this one must have been Detroit. The strings are out. This is how to put it back together.
Why am I playing the music? All right. You do that.
I don't see why you couldn't reuse it though. Like, what's
I don't know. Maybe it's got does it have a charge in it that blows the lid off? It's got explosive bolts.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If it just pops off, I don't see it. I mean, you could learn how to properly fold a parachute. Sure, it's the same method for something that small as well.
No, that's. It looks like it's got cartridges. Okay.
CO2.
Now we know. I mean, I don't see anything else. Installation.
Like an airbag.
I mean, is that really going to help you out if you go over water and it deploys? Is this going to sink with the parachute?
I suppose. But if you've got a big orange parachute and it's not that deep of water, it'd make it easier to find your drone.
But see, what they should do is add a little like balloon buoy type thing that fills up when it hits, or deploys that way when it hits water, it can float.
I mean, I've inflatable pontoons. I guess would be interesting. But that's back to
inflatable parachute itself. You make it out of light enough
airbags
material.
that deploy. I've actually, but now now you need a system with compressed air or CO2 in it or something. And I've actually said that before. Wouldn't that be cool? It'd be like, I don't know what movie that was. It was a movie where they went to Mars, and I don't know if it was an escape pod or the landing pod or whatever, but how it landed was all these airbags enveloped the entire capsule, and it basically bounced and rolled. And
I know what you're talking about. I can't think of the movie.
Yeah, like that. It would be like that, except I think if I was inside that, it would look like scrambled eggs by the time you got to the bottom. But something like that, where your airbags just blow out all over the place, or I don't know, or don't crash your drone.
Yeah, but see, then he said that the life jacket, but that's only if you land in water. So you need something like a combo thing that can bring it down. Well, I guess it really doesn't matter if it's water, I guess, right?
I wish it would be repackable, because you know what? I might just do it for fun. Get up there. Look at it come down.
It's falling.
I mean, if you're flying over land and you have the DJI Care Refresh, do you really need to spend the money on a parachute?
Well, the Care Refresh costs money. It's not free. First of all, you got to buy it. Second, you got to pay the money to get you another drone. It's not a free thing.
If that parachute doesn't necessarily save the drone from getting damaged, any which way you're going to have to send it off to get fixed, right? Because there's no guarantee it's not going to slam pretty hard and at least jar the camera or something.
I doubt it'd break, but you're right.
I mean, I think the Care Refresh would. Now, if you were at your last Care Refresh like JD, because he crashes, he goes through all his pretty quick, then you might want to add.
How much is it? I think it's like $80. So I mean, for the Mavic, for the Air 2S, it's not like the Mini where it's $50 the first time. Then it's more than that the second time. I don't know what it is because I've never used it. I paid for it, never used it. I've paid for the Air 2S. Now I just bought another year of it, and I've never used it. But I know it's higher, and Flyaway is like $270. So,
but any which way, I mean, you have a chance of it getting broken.
He wants me to do a review. Yeah, I'll spend $100, per shipping. I'll spend a couple $100 to show Justin it works. He thinks I'm.
But it even said on the description that it limits the damage. It doesn't say it prevents the damage.
Well, they don't want to say, "Hey, no damage," and then have you go after them.
But unless we actually see the thing work.
But they did say 100%.
I mean, if the parachute opens and it lands in the middle of I-95 and it gets run over by a tractor trailer, there's probably going to be damage.
But for $189, I think you're better off going with the Care Refresh, and then you get the life jacket for if you're flying over water, so you can recover.
You're no fun at all.
I mean, I think it's a cool idea. I mean, if you have the money to do both, then by God, do both, right?
All right. Here's the thing. It's interesting how it's priced, because $189 is right around what 2 years of Care Refresh costs. Isn't that interesting? But then after that, you don't have it anymore. Now, if you never used your parachute, you'd still have it.
So it's worth it right there.
I'm just saying, either if you have the money to do both, then by God, do both. But if you had to pick one, I would probably want to do that.
I bought my second year Care Refresh, and that's the more expensive way to do it. Buy 1 year. You don't get the 2 year discount, but it's like $10. I don't know.
What the hell's a Pixie drone? I know what a Pixie hairdo is.
Pixie? Sounds small. Coast to Coast Drones. When did Bill Thomas get in here? Hi, Bill.
Bill, where's my
Maganda? I don't know. I can't think of any Filipino stuff. Oh, but Baganda's like beautiful face or something. I don't know.
Unmaga.
What?
Yeah.
Maganda?
Unmaga.
Get my wife in here. Honey.
Honey, what's he saying?
He's saying things to me. Have her come in and curse at you in 7 different languages. It's funny when she gets mad because they just start flying out. I was like, what the hell are you saying? You don't want to know.
Yeah.
Something's really off because Matt and Tim are now joining forces against me, which is very odd. Usually Matt and Tim are going at each other. Something's not right in the universe.
Flubber.
Right with Flex Seal, JD.
That's interesting. Flubber, yeah. And because that's a good idea. He's a smart guy.
Green goo.
He is and damn good looking too. It's interesting. Now I'm sure that the Air 2S would still fly if it weighed, say, well, obviously at least 75 grams more, because I did hear, or 77 grams. I did hear at the beginning of that guy's video that thing weighs like 77 grams. So it's going to affect your flight characteristics having it on there, obviously. But what if you just coated your drone with 77 grams of something that would make it stronger? And
like I said, Flex Seal. The spray on Flex Seal.
Yeah, Flex. Well, that'd be a lot of Flex Seal, boy. It'd be thick. What's this?
Roofing tar?
My live streams are really taking off. 18 people? Bob, when have you been here last? There's usually more than this. Call your friends. Get them on.
Yeah.
Brother Bob, good to see you, buddy. Nice to welcome in. Jim, did you say hi to Bob?
Yes, I said Bob Casey.
Did you? I should probably listen to you more often.
Yeah,
Robert Glazer, you said hi to Robert?
You were too focused on pressing buttons for that stupid parachute scam.
Okay, everything's right now.
See, and last week, I think 27 was the max we had in. So I don't know why we got so many views. I really don't. Probably because Johnny Drone Flyer is in here, because he just draws a crowd. He's a funny guy. And a swell fella.
Call your friends. Get them all on here.
Oh, we got 19.
That's where Bill
I just wonder what Bob thinks. How many people do you think I get in here usually? 7, 8, 9?
Mr. JRCs. Hello.
And frankly, I don't get anybody in here. People come in because they got nothing to do on Sunday night, and I appreciate it.
I can't believe it.
What?
This late on a Sunday night.
Well, because, I mean,
I do.
The weekend is ending. They've got nothing else to look forward to but go back to work tomorrow morning. So they're like, well, let's go and see what these idiots have to say tonight, which is nothing.
Sure, if you're in California, it's only 7 o'clock there.
Well, there is that, And Tim Jackson, it's what?
Australia, it's like noon tomorrow.
It's almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon down there. So he's drunk. So,
I think that's where they shoot Star Trek, too, in California.
They shoot Star Trek where?
I said that's where they shoot Star Trek. Too.
Oh, yeah.
Don't get on that, please. Can't,
Let's relive it because I wasn't there.
No, everybody loved when you were like talking about being the captain of the ship and you were like, fucking crybaby. That's what everybody was laughing about. It wasn't necessarily.
It's just, God, it's feelings, touchy, feeling. You get a little of that in a show just to give a character depth, not the entire I'm sorry, don't start me on that.
Was that comedy?
No, when you were talking about being a fucking starship captain, that's what everybody was laughing at this morning on Paul's show.
I know these are the bravest, the best of the best individuals. I mean, better than me. Well, that's a bar we're setting real high. But out there in the universe and facing unknown dangers that humanity can't even imagine, and my boyfriend's mad at me. I mean, it's are you out of your mind? It's just idiotic. It really is. And for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry, it means nothing. It's just a stupid TV show. However, I like the new one. The new one's awesome, and they do show human frailty in that, and they show relationships, but they just don't spend the whole freaking episode talking about it. I mean, it just seems better. It does. Northeast Drones Productions, welcome in. He needs a wrench. Add moderator, and you get a wrench. Don't you feel special knowing that everybody has a wrench in here? Tim Jackson doesn't have a wrench. That's good.
No,
let me see.
Seemed like you were hating on the Aussies because nobody from Australia had a wrench.
There we go.
3 or 4.
There you go.
Did you get Quinn? Did you get Northeast?
I got Bill.
Southwest.
Fascination with me getting water, Tim. I don't understand.
There we go.
Oh, look at that.
Tim, why don't you come in? You know, I mean, we'd all be interested in hearing what you have to say. Are you at work? Are you at work, Tim? Are you sitting in your car watching the traffic cones? God, they work their fingers to the bone in Australia. I know. I've seen two guys at work in Australia, and both of them were sitting in their cars. It's amazing. Tim and Matt, you know, just, I think I'll park here. Okay.
The walking traffic cone.
If I could get paid to do that, I would park here all day. I already did, Bob. He's already got it there. He's a good dude. Yeah, he's been in here a couple of times. He seems all right. But Bob, you tell me, and I will do it. Your wish is my command because you're a good dude. In fact, why don't you come on in? I haven't heard your voice in a long time. Akarasho. Never
seen him. He's a figment of our imagination.
I'm pretty sure he exists, but I him and he and
he's a bot.
And AZ Drone dude David. I think they're bots.
They're bots.
He said people from Australia deserve an upside down, Rich.
And Scott Nadeau.
How you doing, brother? Welcome in.
He's pooping. He's late.
Okay, so we actually talked about something drone-related. I think that was interesting. I don't know if it piqued anybody's interest, but it's an interesting concept. And I know there's units out there that you can repack the parachute. I'd be more interested in that because I might just have fun with it, you know, and just play with it. I wouldn't want to I wouldn't have to spend another $80 for a pre-made or preloaded. That's probably why the starting price is so cheap, you know, because they're not going to make any money on you after that if you get one that you keep repacking the parachute, right?
Well, why not? There's millions and millions of drones being sold. Everyone.
Yeah, I know. But how many people are going to actually buy a self-deploying parachute for your drone?
The paranoid ones,
I guess.
Well, there's a lot of people. It's just kind of like exercise equipment. People go out and buy all this, you know, accessories for their drones. I did the same thing, and I didn't end up using half of them.
Yeah, you buy stuff. It's really great. You're right. I'm sorry to interrupt you. But you're right. Like I bought, for example, this thing.
Right, JD?
You know?
Yeah, I have one too, and I don't ever use them.
I got a Yagi here, and I tried it, and it made no difference. Now,
is that maybe it did.
Huh?
Is that an IUD?
Yes, it's an IUD for a water buffalo with whom I have sex. It's how big of a human being would have to be to have an IUD. That's what
you haven't seen my resume from high school, have you?
This is a Start RC. There you go. Not a spot. You know what? Let me put this little light on here.
Click. Holy Jesus, you're white.
And now, wait a minute. Yeah, now it can't focus. That's beautiful. Anyway, it's a Yagi antenna that allegedly extends. Well, what it does is it focuses your signal parabolically, and so you got to make sure you point it at the drone at all times, and you get longer range. And I mean, how much longer range do you need? The thing is already out of your line of sight in about a minute and a half, if that. You know, so
I've never noticed a difference with those.
I tried it.
Mini one. Never noticed a difference.
My range
extender. Here's the thing. I didn't go on the roof to try it.
Don't get us started. Ken will get
on. I had to see trees 2 blocks away blocking my signal. So I wonder if, because once it gets long distance, because although this is all theoretical because I would never do this because it's not allowed. But anyway, if I did that and went up on the roof so that I could shoot above the trees, I wonder if I could make it to the ocean.
Yeah, but see, you want a device
and not make it back because my battery. I'm sorry. What?
Yeah, but you kind of want to buy a device that you don't have to do something crazy like that to get it to work, right? Like the Yagi antennas might work if you're maybe standing at a lake that has 3 miles of clearance over it with nothing around it.
I understand that, but you got to stay within the limits of the law. You can only have so powerful of a transmitter. It's just like with CB channels. I had. Once upon a time, a 300-watt linear on my CB, on my single sideband, my 148 GTL. Hey, let's talk about that now. We'll get into radios. Whereas speaking of that, I wonder where Doc Murdoch's been. He's a licensed ham operator, and we get into these boring conversations. But anyway, and so you can just open people's garage doors with those things, and really, skip and talk all over the country, but that's not legal. So they're selling things that you're not increasing the actual transmission power of your controller, but you're focusing it in one direction. Like they got the parabolic reflectors too, depending on.
Yeah, but then that's
5.8. They use the Yagi. I think they use the 5. The Yagi is for 5.8. That's something else you have to do, is take it off the switching and just go straight 5.8 for this to work. And then 2.4 is for the reflector.
I've never seen anybody's videos that actually ever proved that those actually work.
The reason I bought it was because it was reviewed on Drone Valley.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is you can stand in the same place and do 4 different flights and have 4 different connection issues that don't make any sense. I understand that.
And he didn't test flight because he would be breaking rules to actually show it working. He just went online. He just went up there, and he's an engineer. And he went, it's electrical engineer, whatever he is. And he went online and he explained why it works and how it works. So I believe him. It probably does make a difference, but not anything that makes.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. Is like I've watched videos where like experts have like argued over whether it works or not. It's like back and forth. Like some say it works okay, and then some say it doesn't really help at all.
I don't know what experts you're talking about. All I know is that someone actually explained the physics of it and what it does. And there is such a thing as a Yagi antenna. You use them. And ham radio operating, and it's a directional antenna.
But I'm wondering too if in these Yagi antennas, what metal is actually in those, and do you know if that's actually the proper metal that's actually supposed to be in there?
It's officially known as yellow. Well,
what is it? Copper, aluminum? I mean, what are you supposed to use in those?
Oh, I don't know. Whatever works best to reflect radio signals. I mean, what it's doing, it's basically creating a base, a plane, a base plane, because our antennas don't have it.
Do you know that
our antennas are using our hands as the base plane, or the ground probably as a base plane?
I'm saying, do you know that the companies that are selling them on Amazon are putting the proper metal bar in those?
Oh, I don't know. He said I got that because that was on his channel.
Okay, well, because there's so many different brands of those sold on there. Do you know if they're actually? Because a lot of people on Amazon say, you read the.
Oh, you're right. There we go. Gold, 24 karat gold, and what a bargain at $15.
Well, what I'm saying though is a lot of people, if you go on Amazon, they have a lot of bad reviews. People are like, they didn't work. So I'm wondering if they're just not putting the proper metal that you're supposed to use for those. That's why people are assuming they don't work.
I don't know.
Some of these companies will scam people and won't build the product the way it's really supposed to be built.
Well, it's quality. It's made in the same place my drone is made, China.
Oh, Jesus.
And 5.8, I was right, by the way. I was doing that from memory. 5.8 gigahertz range booster for Air 2S and Mini 2. So there you go. So I got the right drones. Anyway. And let's see what Bob said. Eagle Mark 4.3 104 mic. Nice. 500 linear Moonraker beams. So you had a nice base unit you have there. I was running 300 watts out of my pickup truck, Bob, with a Cobra 148 GTL that was tuned up, and it was fun. Yeah, the old CVD days were a lot of fun. I had a pretty good commute going back and forth to work, so it just kept me entertained. Before internet basically killed CB radios. You realize that. You don't need antennas, you don't need expensive radios and all this transmission stuff. You just go online and spout bull crap all night, and people stop and talk to you.
There's still a pretty decent following for ham radios.
Oh, Gary, hi Gary.
Yeah, you're right. Right. It's not like it was though. It was. We used to call it romper room. They were in Allentown romper room. I mean, there was just every city had groups of people that would get on every night and just talk.
Because my cousin and I had a couple of friends that took like I think it was like a class or something they had to take. And they got like a license or something to do it. But
When I
they're all
retire,
around my age.
I might pick that hobby back up again. And who knows? We'd be sitting here. I'll tell you what, we might make it interesting if we were on the radio and streaming. You know what I mean? And combine the two, and showing a video from my 2029 drone that can see at night like a bat. Well, bats can't see, whatever. You'll be up there above the house and checking out the neighborhood and just get all this information and just put it together so that Jim could put on makeup and a wig and we can all talk about it. Be interesting. Talking to somebody from Ireland.
But doesn't the way ham radios work is the signal bounces off the atmosphere, right?
Off the ionosphere.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I remember.
It's called skip. It's called skip. What happens every 7 years or so, approximately, you have a sunspot cycle which energizes the ionosphere and it causes skip. And off years you don't get nearly as good as some years. You know what I mean? Some years you could just pick it up and talk about Ireland, from the U.S. And then other years you're not really getting that kind of skip. You might get out west. It's funny how with direction you'll get from Pennsylvania. You get the Southwest all the time, and talk to people in like Texas. You really it wasn't like I could say, "Hey, I'll talk to you tomorrow night at 6:00," and they'd be there because they wouldn't. You know what I mean? You'd just be talking to randos.
Okay, because there was no way to control which way you're.
No, it's not like that. No, if you put some kind of 300-foot, tower up, but then their signal wouldn't get back to you. You'd just be transmitting. I do recall times when I was on the highway, and I had that thing running, and I'm just chatting away with a guy, and I'm telling him what exit marker I'm at. Yeah, I'm at this one. Oh, it's a trucker. I just, hey, how's it looking? Got a 1013. Oh, clean and green. I'm looking for, state police, whatever. Oh, clean and green. Da da da. Okay, hey, da da da. How you doing? Okay, hey, you work for that company? My dad works for this company. I used to drive. Blah blah. And we're talking and chatting, and it was beautiful communication back and forth. And I was in Pennsylvania. I think I was on Route 80. I think, and the mile markers weren't making any sense because the guy said, "God, you got to be pretty far from us," because, And then he said, "Wait a minute." He goes, "What state are you in?" I told him, "Oh, well, we're in Michigan." I said, "Oh, okay." It was just kind of cool that we didn't realize that we were because we were shouting out landmarks because I was going to stop for something to eat, and they had no idea what I was talking about.
Chris looking for lot lizards.
You still have a Cobra 40 channel with. Let's keep boring everybody. I still have a Cobra 40 channel with sideband, single sideband, right? Apparently, it's a hot item. I've had a few that offered good money for you. No, it was Dad's. I'm keeping. Do you know which one it was? Which Cobra 40? Was it? It was probably 148. It was a really good radio. All right. That's Dad. My dad was a truck driver, and he's got a box of CBs. It's just like in the laundry. He goes, "Oh, you want to get another one? Just come see me." Like a box full of them, that I don't know, over the years.
Yeah, my dad's tow company used to use them back in the 90s. And he had a friend that did worked on all of them. He'd go to his shop in town, and he had hundreds of people's radios that he'd work on.
CQDX. I don't remember what fake call letters I came up with because I wasn't licensed. So you see, when you go, you got 10 meter, 11 meter. 11 meter size is regular CB, and you're not supposed to do power on that one. That's unlicensed territory. The channels, the 40 channels, and so I had a Ranger 2950 for a while. That RCL 2950, 2930, I forget. That was set up as a 10 meter radio, and then all you had to do was open it up, and there was a jumper that you moved over, and then it opened it up to 1011. So you were able to talk on all that, and it had sideband, and it got into the municipal channel, frequencies. It had FM, was pretty cool. Pretty, like I said, cool hobby. Had fun with it.
Now, how would they catch you if you weren't licensed?
Well, they don't really look for it anymore because it's not nearly the hobby it used to be. But there were units that were assigned to because they could tell that you're clearly pushing power. You know what I mean? Because
I'm saying, but how would they do it back in the day when it was like
they look like hoops. They have actually have directional antennas, and they can actually triangulate and figure out where the signal's coming from. You know, and so it will get stronger. They point it in the right direction. They get a stronger signal, and they can head for you. Now, if you're doing it on a highway and you don't know they're looking for you, they'll run you down. You know, if you're doing it from your house illegally, that's your house isn't moving. You know,
they don't really pay attention to that no more.
I'm sure there's people that are supposed to, but I'm not in the hobby anymore, so I don't know. I'd imagine, but like I said, when everybody and their cousin had a CB in their car. And they would go to the local truck stop and have the CB guy tweak the shit out of their radio. You know, it was more of a thing.
Yeah, it's like I said, because my cousin and them just got their license just a few years back.
Yeah, that's cool.
How long ago?
Yeah. No, I like to do it. And he's got Akarash. I'll tell you what, if you got any tube radios, hold on to them because they're worth money. And hold on to it anyway, because when the end of the world comes, there'll be only electronics that still work.
You mean my iPhone's not going to work?
Doesn't work. Does it work now in the hot sun? Can you imagine what happens if somebody set an EMP off in the atmosphere? No, that's the whole point of tube radios. You know, you see these the end of the world movies after the bombs go off and like that, and they got on ham radios. I mean, there's no electronics, no power, no anything, but for some reason, people on ham radios can talk because they got these old tube units that can actually take that EMP surge where transistors just blow up. That's why I'd like to get myself like a 76 F-150, you know, with point. Well, even older, I guess I got a 76 points, maybe 74, whatever. Get one that still has points in it, you know, and they'll still have a condenser, but they're big old clunky condenser. There's no electronics in that vehicle at all because I'll still be able to, you know, go somewhere. But of course, won't be able to pump the gas out of the ground, but whatever. Bill's mic. What is wrong with my?
You're the only one on YouTube live streaming.
What's wrong with my mic? Don't I sound okay? Why is he making fun of me? Why is JD why are you making fun of me? Penetration. It works okay.
It works great.
Sure.
So all you guys that had these, are any of you guys still in the hobby in the chat?
Yeah, look, Robert Glazier. Galaxy radios are awesome. Well, I mean, it depends who you talk to, but I thought they were great. I wanted a Galaxy.
I'm sure if you scour YouTube, you probably find some live streams that are just about ham radios and stuff. Like I said, there's still quite a good following for that. People like that old school stuff.
Well, I'll have to look up, you know, how tall a tower I can put on my property in Port St. Lucie. Get my license. Get cleared to do maybe 500 watts, 5,000 watts. Now you need
radio station power.
Yeah, I know. You know, you can't put that in a residential. You key that thing up.
Honestly, I think Bill could do his own radio station.
I mean, even my 300 watt used to come over the phone system and over the PA in the truck stop. I've told this story before. We had this woman there, and she was a sweet old thing. Her name was Fern. Fern, F-E-R-N. That should tell you how old she is. When was the last time you met a Fern? So Fern was at the front desk, you know, and I knew it would ghost. It would come out of the speakers when I was in the parking lot, parked next to the building. I had a 102-inch stainless steel whip on the back of my pickup with the linear going. Like, Fern, I'm watching you, Fern. And I could see her through the window, you know, about 50 feet. The funniest thing.
God, is that you? Hi, Alexis.
Alexis, how you doing, baby?
I'm I'm that first kiss, Bill. You're the second kiss.
Oh, okay. Sloppy seconds is okay with me. That's all right. You two, you warm her up, and I'll finish her off. You know, because if it's the other way around, she's just going to be disappointed. Oh, that was me.
I don't care. It's all about me anyway.
It's all about me. Who the hell cares?
Boop.
Uh-oh, ladies and gentlemen, your favorite and mine, the producer.
Boop.
There he is. All right. What's up, bro?
Chaz.
Oh, is that what you want us to call you now? Is Chad? I'll call you Chad.
It's a name that I haven't used that often. Actually, I should say I haven't used it in a while.
Well, you got it now.
I could, I can imagine. I can see why not. I'm sorry. I'm going to turn my volume up a little. Your Chaz is your volume's a little low.
Yeah, there's quite a few YouTubers that do ham radio videos. Quite a few.
I'm doing good.
And he's gone. I didn't tell you to leave. What the, Chaz? And I believe that because we're all geeks at heart. We probably fix our own PCs. I mean, that's the kind of. Okay, I'm gonna let you in again. But stop jumping off. There you go.
I don't. We just got booted off. I don't know what happened.
Yeah. All right, stop playing. You sound great. There you go.
Well, I wasn't playing. I wasn't playing with anything.
Don't turn it.
Just kicked me off. I don't know what I was doing. I'm completely. Well, I'm not guilty. I can't say that I'm innocent, but I'm at least not guilty.
Just don't turn it to TJ on us.
Good night, Bob.
Oh, God,
it'd be like sideways and.
Bill.
Anyway, so I believe that they probably do CBs. They probably do because we're into communications, right? I mean, here we are, live streaming. How does having drones translate to being on YouTube all the time? Because we're kind of geeky, you know what I mean? We like to work on our PCs and our tablets and our phones and our cameras and
3D rendering and.
Well, not all of us like that, really. Maybe a little. I don't know. It seems like work. I did that kind of thing for a long time. I did web development, and that's what's funny. I don't even have a logo, and I used to make them for people, and I just don't like myself enough.
Hi, Adrian.
Hi, Adrian. Yes, we're still on. We only got on an hour ago. Don't exaggerate. Why don't you come on in and make us? Why don't you come on in and make us?
Come on in, Adrian.
Make us sorry we're still on.
Yeah. When he comes on, all I hear is blah blah blah.
I'm sorry, Justin. What were you saying? What were you trying to say?
I said we're exactly 1 minute from an hour right now.
Are we? Oh, yeah. 59, 50, 51, 52, 53. Okay, Adrian, is that all right?
Those have made a huge comeback. Vinyl LPs have made a huge comeback.
People like the warmer sound of vinyl, whatever that means.
I think you can, if I'm not mistaken, you can get newer music on vinyl.
Well, it's not perfectly digitized,
Well, it's that's the argument there. It's not perfect. You know what I mean? And is perfect better? And I got to say, probably, objectively, perfect probably is better. But do you enjoy it more? Not necessarily. Who wants perfect in their lives all the time? I'm not perfect, and I like me. Jim is certainly not perfect, and we love him. What happened? People are leaving.
It's all about me.
It's all about you.
Sorry. Should I go?
No, it's not June. They'll probably come back now that they know you're here. We started talking about CBs too long, I guess, and people jumped off. Let's talk about something else. Something else geeky. Who wants to talk? Who wants to speak up? Somebody who's doing something geeky this week.
Well, not really geeky, but I just I recently bought a GoPro Session 4. It arrived in the mail yesterday, and
cool.
Yeah, Jim's laughing because he knows it sucks.
Bought a new Under 3 Pro printer.
GoPro Session 4.
Printer.
Session 4.
Yeah,
And what are your plans for your GoPro Session 4?
Originally, I was thought about, because right now I'm just using my iPad, and I was thinking about, and I don't have any way to do any of that sharing of links and everything directly. So I was wondering if I hooked it up to my Mac Pro and used it as a camera and mic, if I would have, that capability if I ran it off a desktop instead of the browser on my iPad. But it's just horrible to try and use. So.
You do gain all the operability of what we're doing here if you're on a PC,
Yeah, I've been trying to figure out what would be a good, like a dedicated camera to use for that kind of thing.
Oh, I don't know. I went to Best Buy and bought one. That's all I did. Oh, it's on sale. Okay, that's it. It's cheap. It's for me.
Well, what did you buy?
Actually, I have an Allura something or other. It's actually got a ring light.
Dedicated webcam then.
Yeah, I have a webcam. Yeah.
Well,
See, it's got a ring.
Apple anyway.
Yeah, look, I can look like Jim when I have my glasses on. We can get the ring light right in the picture there. See the ring? But it's got a it's the ring light one, the Allura. It's a 1080p. I paid $60 for it on sale. I think it's usually $100, so it's okay. It does good. I had good reviews, and it was up the street at Best Buy, so I bought it. I've actually considered getting better one, but why? So people could see my bad complexion better. I don't know. There's there's so many of them out there, but I figure $60 is about appropriate.
You look beautiful, Bill.
Do I?
Yeah.
That makes
Well, Bill, I got a new Ender 3 Pro coming.
You got a what?
What?
3D printer.
Oh, did you? Cool. Which one?
Comgrow is doing a sale on refurbished 3D printers, and I got the Ender 3 Pro for $79.
A makeup, like I'm in the process of looking for a new makeup artist for a new thing. Oh yeah.
So you want Alexis to fly up to Canada so she could do your makeup?
No, she's not a makeup artist. She's just saying that the ring light used to be for makeup.
Alexis would probably do a wonderful job.
Oh, sure she would. I need a professional for this one, boy.
I'm just saying, I think you'd like it if Alexis came up there to do your makeup.
Paying the big bucks. Oh yeah.
In any case, who's been doing your makeup up till now?
Well, Sylvia does Uncle Extra Medium.
Okay.
My daughter-in-law does the Grim Reaper. And Sylvia does the Caitlin, of course, because she's a woman. She knows how to do that. Contrary to popular belief, I do not know how to put makeup on, and I don't do it myself.
That was exceptionally sexist what you just said, Jim, and I'm a little disappointed in you. She's a woman, so she knows how to do makeup. Come on now.
How many guys know how to put on women makeup?
Well, it all depends.
Jim Boshart,
Okay, well then, come on up, Alexis, and do me. Do me.
It's got to be a strange conversation in your son's house when your daughter-in-law says, "Hey, I'm going to go over to Dad's place and put his makeup on."
See what AZ said about the GoPro 4 session as a webcam. Says I don't think you can use it. Well,
really? Well, that would make it a pain in the ass to set up if you can't do it.
Now, I don't have an Apple computer, but isn't it kind of hard to find streaming devices that are kind of compatible with the Apples? Like a lot of the cameras and mics and stuff?
I don't know.
I've heard that it's.
I know for Nikon it is. Like if Nikon doesn't really have a good web streaming app for any of its cameras really, and the ones that I've seen are all for PCs. And the same thing with Sony. Sony had zero software for Apple to use a Sony camera. Canon does.
I like Max's response there. Well, you're not doing your hair, Maxie.
Yeah.
And if you were, stop doing it. And there we go. And then
I did find a couple of videos online that show how to use the Session 4 as a webcam. I just didn't watch them yet because I wanted to get I bought the camera through Goodwill, so I wanted to get it here and make sure that it worked first, then move forward from that. And although it does seem to work perfectly, it's such a pain in the butt. You know, I didn't want to just use it just for that. I'm thinking, well, you know, I can do this, that, and the other thing. I can connect it to my iPad. I can control it from my iPad. No.
Well, did you at least get a good deal from them?
Well, after tax and shipping, it was like $70.
I mean, worst case scenario, you have a decent camera to do other stuff with.
Well, maybe.
I had to watch a video how to use my GoPro 10 as a webcam. Didn't go smoothly the first time, but it managed.
Yeah, Chris Sunwise Water Meter says, yeah, without a screen, it's not the most user-friendly, Charles.
Achieve the look. It's easy with Smithies. Wow. Look how good you look, Jim. I don't like how the clown's looking at me.
Well,
there you go.
Who does
not only that, but Jim's
makeup now?
I did a video of doing my makeup on Uncle Lecter Medium's channel.
I saw that.
No. I'm saying, but who does your just regular everyday makeup?
I shower, and that's what I do with my hand, and I'm out the door.
I wonder if that guy knows how scary he was. How scary looking he was looking with that clown outfit on. Was he trying to be funny or just really creepy? No answer. That's it.
I don't know. I don't have a fear of clowns. My sister and Sharon.
I don't have a fear of them necessarily, you know, not until I met Jim. You know, I need a little video thing, Jim, that we can pop in here whenever there's like an uncomfortable silence, you know.
Fart noise or something.
Yeah. You know, just the words are uncomfortable silence comes across the screen until we think of something new to say.
Where are people getting all those videos that you hear that funny little voice with that weird accent, and they'll go 5 minutes later or 2,000
30 seconds later.
That's SpongeBob. Oh, that's from SpongeBob SquarePants.
We'll make up a bunch.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
All it is from SpongeBob SquarePants. It's literally from
a
kid show. Yeah, it's from a kid show.
There's so many different ones.
Yeah, it's from a kid show.
30 seconds later. You know, we could just do. Or not, you know. Next time there's no words for 10 seconds, that's coming on. That's a threat right there, boys and girls. I need another drink.
Drink away.
Do you need another drink or do you want another drink?
Yes. Because you know what? Tomorrow's a rough day. I have to work a double because I got to go in and train a new guy in the morning, and then I have to work till close. So I got a long day ahead of me. So we're not going to be super duper late today because Uncle Bill's an old lazy fart. And I need to get my sleep. I need to get some alcohol in me now so I don't run out of things to say. Not anything good, you know. And then I'll sleep well-ish. Alexis is talking like crazy. Let's see what she's saying now. Let me see, because I like Alexis. Let's see what she has to say here. In stagecraft, our final exam was to do stagecraft, maybe makeup on others throughout the semester. That's great. A werewolf. And you wear a prosthetic, huh? Okay. Everything in the pine spirit come. There you go. That's very interesting. And yes, you are right. Training does suck. Well, we'll see. We'll see how smart this guy is, especially since I'm doing it on. He's starting on Memorial Day. So and the kids are out of school, and we have a program called Kids Bowl Free where they get 2 free games of bowling every day all summer long. However, we don't offer it on the holidays. So these people are going to come in with their kids, and I'm going to have to stand there and tell them, sorry, not today, just to have the Karen moms yell in my face, for their free bowling. Let me see here.
So what time you going in tomorrow?
Not that early. I don't have to be there till 11:30. It's just that I don't get out till about 11:30. So it's going to be a long day. So I need to sleep. Uncomfortable silence. That's uncomfortable silence. Oh, we're going to see what that looks like. Maybe I'll steal it from them. Let's see. Oh, no, I can't show this.
What is it?
It's a scene from the hell movie? Pulp Fiction.
Oh.
Uma Thurman is sharing a malted with John Travolta, and they don't know what to say to each other, and he's staring at each other.
Oh.
Yeah. And that's kind of like it's kind of like Uma Thurman and John Travolta when Alexis is in here and I'm talking to her. It's very relatable. Very relatable. Except I'm not gay. Let me see here, as far as I know. As long as he knows what it is. Let me see.
Hello, Paul Murray.
Okay. Well, no, it's a drill and a screwdriver doesn't really help when you're working a front desk at a bowling alley, but we'll keep that in mind.
Paul must be back from flying a ship. Yeah, Paul.
And friends. Well, that I think that is all your friends, isn't it? Bill, Jim.
All the late night. He does some late night flying. He goes and flies ships at like 2, 3 in the morning and crap.
Yeah. I'll be right back. Jim, take over.
Okay. Here's 10 to 12 seconds of pure gold. I caught my wife in bed with my best friend the other day. My buddy said, "What did you do?" I said, "I told her to get the hell out." And then he asked me, "Well, what about your friend?" I looked him straight in the eye. I said, "Bad dog."
What's the matter with you?
Oh my God.
Now, I don't know if you want to let your secrets go, but where do you get all these jokes? Do you have like a book, or do you look them up? Or
Oh, when you're an old man like me, Justin, you've heard them all. And it's tough because I got to get clean ones for Ken's show. So those are starting to wear a little thin.
which Ken are you talking about?
Ken Heron,
Okay.
the weekly Boshart. You're not familiar with it? Thursday Night Live?
No, to be honest, I'm not sure. Truthfully,
Anyway, the stupid dad jokes for his show.
A 10-year-old from here in Florida just got arrested because he's trying to
Who's yelling at you?
think about shooting people in the school.
somebody got arrested in Florida for trying to blow up a school, I think she said. She was telling Bill about a news story.
So stupid.
What, you're watching something on your computer and that's what we're hearing?
No, that's Bill's wife talking to him.
Oh, yes, Alexis. I want to hear your penguin joke.
Yep. Put it out there.
crazy.
Oh, you can look up a million dad jokes online. There's
Yeah, but
millions of those.
they got to be ones that I've never heard before, or ones that actually make me laugh. Trying to up my game. Okay, here it goes.
No, what was your wife saying, Bill? I heard her say something about somebody got arrested.
Oh, I don't even want to talk about it. It's not funny. It's not. A 10-year-old got arrested for threatening to shoot up a school in Florida. The news story just
Well, at
came
least
out.
they got him beforehand, though. That's a good thing.
I don't know. He probably just wanted to get out of school.
Well, I mean,
10
it's
years
good.
old.
That's good when they catch that stuff ahead of time.
You can't take chances, though.
Penguin, penguin, penguin. Am I the one in the middle?
Penguin.
Yeah.
What
Alexis
Oh,
joke.
I see DeMarco's in there. Hey, DeMarco. What's up, brother? Can't remember the last time he was there. I'm not sure he's ever been. Oh, yeah, he must have been here before. He's blue.
Blue.
He's blue.
F-S-U.
I blued him. Anyway.
I don't even know what you mean by that.
I made him blue. You know. Why? What were you thinking? You prevert.
That's me.
Dude,
Okay,
Jim,
so-
he never says nothing like that.
All right.
He put it in neutral, hopped out, pushed the car.
Wait a minute. See, a penguin was having car trouble and finally died with the service station in sight. So he put it in neutral and hopped out and pushed with one flipper on the steering wheel and the other on the door.
I think I know the punchline already. See,
Where's the rest of the joke?
she's typing it. See, you just hear them so many times, you just know them.
We're waiting.
Flipper on the steering wheel and the other on the door. Pushing and like penguins just short little walk steps like that, eh? So
Well, you know,
Big
it must
penguin.
be an emperor penguin.
The
Gotta be big
mutant
enough.
penguin.
it's gonna take a long time.
A penguin, huh? We're waiting here with bated breath.
Or bad breath.
They eat fish. Never mind. Forget it. Here it is.
What can I do for you? The penguin explained to him that the car died. So the mechanic said to come back in an hour. Okay, we'll come back in an hour.
Yeah, the joke's taking about an hour, but that's okay. All right. It's the anticipation makes it that much better.
She must have been running out of characters.
Anticipation.
She can only do 200 characters. So.
Yeah, well, she's a pretty good typist too, so
Okay.
it's coming quick.
Well, it also takes about 10, 15 seconds by the time somebody
He's
hits
talking.
enter. Until it comes up.
You got to do the Was that the joke?
No.
Well, don't interrupt it with the comments, Alexis.
It's a visual joke. Typing it in the chat.
Why did the penguin cross the road? We could tell a few jokes in the meantime.
Yeah. Why did the chicken cross the basketball court? You heard the ref was blowing fouls.
Oh, that's funny because you said he's going for. That's pretty good. Actually, that was. Did that just come to you? Did you just think of that? Foul humor.
Okay, here we go. So the penguin waddled across the street to the supermarket. He bought some frozen fish sticks and some ice cream. He sat down under a large shady tree to enjoy his snacks. Yes, I do know the punchline.
Let me know when the rest of it comes up.
William, wake up.
And in Bill's authentic Australian hat that was made in Australia, right?
No. Nothing's made. No, they don't make anything in Australia. Where's Tim?
That hasn't been in the chat in a while, so you're good.
I was just talking about this hat. I can't talk about anything. Really nice. Do you have a really nice V-tail, Alexis? Yes, we've always said she's got a nice V-tail. It comes to a V. We have okay.
He looked at his watch, noticed the hour had passed, so he waddled back to the service station. The mechanic came out, wiped his hands on a greasy rag. This is a greasy rag.
I'm sure it is. This is this is the Down Under. The down. Can you? I don't know if you can see it. The Down Under leather hat, and it's made with genuine buffalo hide, water resistant, crushable, and I don't know LPF, whatever the hell that means. And I had this hat for like 2-3 years before I realized there's a tag in the back here that says "Made in Pakistan." And said, "Looks like you're blown a seal there." Oh my God, that's an old joke. Oh.
Yeah. His beak with his flipper said, "No."
Go ahead, Jim. Put the punchline in.
No, it's just vanilla ice cream.
Do we have any sound effects for that?
The ice in the Arctic will melt before the joke is done.
I didn't queue up my sound effects. Sorry. Let's Hi, Chris. I didn't know Chris Wedgeworth was here. Hi, Don. How are you? Don's always good for a joke or two.
Chris has been in here for a while.
Forever.
I didn't know he was here. I'm sorry, Chris, if I didn't say hello to you. I did not know you were here.
Yeah, because he was making fun of me when I said that I told everybody to come over here. He was like, "Well, I've never been here before."
Well, where is everybody? Justin, people don't listen to you at all.
No.
You gotta work on that.
Even though half of those names were over in Bill's or Paul's live earlier.
Paul came over. There you go.
And Tim and
Paul
Matt.
came over. Paul's almost never in here, so Paul came over.
Well, Tim and Matt didn't have wrenches, so apparently they don't come over here very often either. Or you have some hatred towards Australians. I don't know.
All right, let's talk about drones or something. I don't know. Let's see. Has anybody ordered the Mini 3?
No.
Charles.
Nope, sorry, it's not. Yeah, I don't have the budget.
Justin. You don't have the budget? Me either. Justin.
I don't really have a use for it. I got enough drones up here. I got the Air 2, the Mini 2. I got the Spark, the Mini 1. I got enough drones to do stuff.
I just asked you if you ordered it. I didn't ask for bigger.
I don't need the latest and greatest.
I didn't think you ordered it. How about you, Jim? No? Neither did I. Okay, there's that conversation. Let's move on. I think I might, though. You know, we'll see. I might sell my Mini 2. It's either that or I was gonna get like get those googly eyes like Mudball has on his socks. And I was going to put 2 googly eyes on the top of my Mini 2 and just make believe it was a Mini 3.
So the Mini 3 could suck a seal.
It can what?
It can suck a seal.
I don't get it.
Like, why do you want to sell your Mini 2 just to get the Mini 3? Like, what's the point? You have the Air 2S. That's going to beat the Mini 3.
No, it's better.
Quality, so why do you need it?
So that I can add to this excellent, channel of mine, with more information. And
I'm just saying, I don't really see the point selling.
So I can argue with all the guys that get it and say how much it sucks. Like the guys that ordered the Mavic 3, being told that it wasn't going to be ready and then complained for weeks afterwards that it wasn't ready. even though they were told it wasn't ready when they bought it.
In hindsight,
I think those people are very reasonable. I'm sorry, what, Justin?
I said in hindsight, though, DJI should have never released that drone when they did.
DJI told you that it wasn't quite ready for prime time, but if you want to order it now, go ahead, and we'll update it later. And you know what they did? They updated it later. So let's be mad.
Well, I'm just saying in general, I think they should have just waited, but they were rushing because of the holidays.
Well, guess what they did? They've been waiting with the Mini 3, and all anybody else did, all everybody did was bitch about how long it was taking. You know what I mean? You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Oh, what's taking so long, and why is the delivery? You know, they made a hard announce date. You know, it's going to be such and such a date, and then they're all pissed. Well, why aren't they shipping yet? Well, we probably last second getting it through the FCC, whatever issues they had to take care of, instead of putting it out there. And by the way, I'll tell, and everybody else does the same thing. The Nano wasn't ready for prime time, and it took a long time to straighten that drone out. In fact, some things aren't quite straight with it yet. Yeah, you're right. See, she's right, you boys.
Yeah, but see, Quinn Dynasty, I see where you're saying it's all about building the drone collection. But 9 out of 10 people that are going to buy this Mini 3 right off the bat are going to sell almost all their drones just to get it. See, I don't sell my drone. If I buy another drone, all the other ones are still here.
Ladies and gentlemen, a real droner.
Oh, he let me in.
Hey, no, Jim did.
Jim did.
Here because of me.
You know, you do a fabulous job with hearing.
Well, yeah, actually, I jumped in because what's wrong with owning like multiple drones or multiple airplanes or multiple cars and
multiple women? You know, same.
Well, I'm just saying, if they're all cool with it, they're all cool with it.
Well, I'm saying, Mexico, I don't like selling my shit to buy new stuff, though. You know, I like to keep my stuff.
Yeah, I keep my stuff and I buy new stuff, you know, but I have so much stuff. I just love the hobby, you know.
I mean, I'd like to keep it, but you know, if I'm gonna buy it, I could, you know, if I can get, I have a Fly More kit that, honestly, I bought the Air 2S not that long after it, so the hours on the Mini 2 are pretty low considering it's over a year old, and it's in great shape, and I've got accessories I bought for it, and I'll throw all that in there. But if somebody wants to grab it for $450 or whatever, I just put that towards the purchase of the drone. Only, not that I can't buy the drone. It's just rationalizing spending $1,200 after it's all said and done with taxes and the year Fly More.
The thing is, you're rationalizing having to spend $1,200 when you already have 2 perfectly good drones. So what's the point?
Yeah. So what are you trading for? What? You want the Mavic 3 Mini?
Yeah.
And what are you trying to sell?
Mini 2.
Mini 2. Okay. You're just upgrading.
It's a serious upgrade. Yeah.
Yeah, just upgrading.
Why? Because
if you're going to do an Air 2S or something, then I would say you're bugging.
Yeah, but what are you upgrading?
I love my Air 2S. I'll keep that. No matter what comes out, I'll keep that.
Yeah, in a sense, I don't know what you're upgrading to, but I'm assuming that the 2 to 3 is obviously different, you know?
Well, yeah. I mean, better video.
If you're using drones for professional work, I see the point in upgrading all the time, but if you're just doing YouTube videos and hanging out with
for
friends,
YouTube,
why do you need to upgrade just because the new thing's coming out?
Because I want to try it. I don't
the
know.
Mini 2.
Do I need a $1,000 phone, or could I get by with a $500 phone?
I'm with both of you guys.
Yeah, but you're gonna buy $1,000 phone.
If it's just for YouTube, nah. But if you just want better video, why not?
I do. Yeah, I would like the capability of doing better video. I'd like the capability of being able to. I mean, not that I do it often, but because of my hours and my schedule, there are times when I'm driving home from work at night and I'm wide awake and I'm wired from a long day and it's pitch black out, and I actually think I'd kind of like to put the drone up. You know, I actually do think that on my way home from work, and it's like, this video's going to suck, and and I end up not doing it. And plus, you know, you take a chance of losing it. But maybe I'll do it if I have the Mini 3. Maybe I won't, but at least I'll have. I mean, there's no way I'm putting a Mini 2 up at night. I mean, I know people do it, but you got to be in a city area that there's a lot of light. You know, there's a lot of ambient ambient light from different structures and stuff.
My
But,
Phantom 4 is amazing at nighttime, dude. Even with like even low light, just regular street lights and stuff.
Okay.
Awesome. Yeah, I don't know why. It's not an Advance. It's just a regular Phantom 4, and it does really well.
How do you know that the Movie 3 does good low light?
Well, I've obviously flown in and looked at the video and stuff.
Because it's got a bigger sensor than the Mini 2 does, and it's got a 1.7 aperture, which lets in more light. So it's clearly going to do better than the Mini 2 does at night. There's just no arguing that it's going to be better at night.
Okay, I was just curious if you were going on a technical standpoint or just people's reviews.
I mean, Lon made a point the other day is you better have filters for it because during the day it's going to let too much light in. What did I miss? What's funny? What did you say? So Chris said,
but if Bill, if you want to upgrade, why spend it? Why don't you keep the Mini 2 and just put a GoPro 10 on the top? $300. Way better than DJI camera. I'll tell you that right now.
I don't know. How well does a GoPro 10? Does a Mini 2? I don't think I could fly a GoPro 10 on top of it. Maybe you probably could.
You could. Just you're not gonna get the same flight time.
No, or characteristics.
Yeah, true.
And I'm taking a chance of losing a $500 camera as well as my $600 drone. Or $500, whatever, $450 drone. But anyway, I don't know. Maybe I won't. All right, fine. You talked me out of it. I don't want the fucking thing. I don't want it.
Here's a sticker.
You gotta send me one of those, Max.
I don't know.
I will. Absolutely. If you want one, I'll send you one.
I was just thinking about it. Latest and greatest. I don't know. I thought Alexis was going to join. No,
she
chickened out.
Who's going to join?
Alexis.
She usually does, or she has. I mean, I don't know. Alexis, you still with us?
She's fueling.
Yeah, I only jumped on it because I heard she was coming on, so I don't know. I'm about to jump out, so
that's a little hurt. That's a little hurtful.
Max, give a which.
That's a little hurtful.
Thursday night, you're going to go live.
Who, me?
And Tammy Jean.
Possibly.
Well,
Tammy Jean was saying she was going to go live. Is that the two of you or just her?
Well, it's going to be her channel, but I'm sure I'll be there. When I can, I don't know. I can't guarantee anything, Like it's hard for me to jump on people's lives because I'm working a lot and then I'm out doing other things as well. Like today I flew my airplanes all day.
Tough life.
Today it wasn't heartbreaker. So I bought this jet. It was a MiG-29. Had a 52-inch wingspan. It was a big boy. And
your Ukrainian neighbor shot it out of the air.
Yeah, well, I took it down myself. Well, I don't know if it was pilot error because it was my first time flying a jet, and it was a big one. I should have took out my little guys first and understood how it flew, but I'm blaming myself because I don't know. But I don't know but also too with my other plane, the thing did the same thing in the same spot. So there's like a lot of air that moves around, obviously up above us, and I feel it got sucked down. But yeah, it's a million pieces. I don't think it's done because I'm going to repair it, but it's going to be a little nose heavier now because it went straight into the ground. It was horrible. I got video though, and we got FPV chase videos, so yeah.
What's it made out of?
It's all styrofoam.
Max, are you on Facebook?
Yeah, I'm on Facebook. Yeah, yep. I'm not sure if we're friends yet, but yeah. Aponte, Aponte. But yeah, took out one of my jets today. It was like my badass jet, but whatever.
I've never flown ducted. Yeah. It seems very cool.
Yeah, me neither. It was my first time, man. First time. But I did good for a good 3 minutes, and then it was almost time to land. I pulled my flaps out. I was getting ready for setup, and just something went wrong, and I don't know. I wasn't ready to land yet, so I did fine the entire time. Took off, flew around, did a bunch of like straight up pulls and rolls, and it was fun. It was definitely fun for 3 minutes.
It's a shame because you know what they got? They got these things here that are parachutes that you can put on top of that you can put on top of stuff like that,
Oh shit.
Oh, that really sucks.
Yeah, could have. The parachute probably wouldn't worked in the situation I was in because I wasn't too far off the ground. I mean, I'm maybe 50 feet off the ground, but it just went into a roll and then a dive, and that was it. So horrible.
Yeah, but you can repair those styrofoam planes, right?
Yeah, like I said, it's gonna be a little nose heavy now, because all the glue and shit, putting every piece back together. But yeah, I'm gonna try to repair it. But I have a few other jets too, so tomorrow's another maiden.
Well, here the Russians they use a lot of duct tape when they're fixing stuff,
Yes, duct tape works. Yeah, duct tape's good for 100 miles an hour, man. 100 miles an hour.
I've been watching articles and reading articles about what they've been finding, crash drones and stuff like that. And then even in the jets, they were having problems with their GPS systems. So they were literally buying commercial grade or consumer grade GPSs and using duct tape and putting it on their cockpit panel.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They're scary.
I saw that too. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, whatever you do, it'll look natural. I mean, if you find that you've got more weight in the front because of the glue, I mean, you can counterbalance that, right? Put a little weight in the back or something.
Well, technically on a jet, you're supposed to be more tail heavy because you're flying at a higher speed, so you're getting more lift off the wing. But the wing doesn't produce a lot of lift to begin with. That's why you need the speed. But something like this, the Cub, you can fly super slow, and this guy right here is overpowered. Like I can bring it straight up on a stall and hold its tail right there, and then take off from that. Which I think you saw. You were there that day. I did a little hammerhead and nothing crazy because that was actually my second flight with this plane right here. So I didn't go too nuts.
That was your second flight? You did great with it.
Second flight.
My video.
Yeah, and then now today, my friend was telling me, he's like, "Holy shit, you do some crazy things with that plane. I don't know how it stays together, because I'm just like up this way, down this way, back around. It's a cool plane. It's big too, very big.
Big. Yeah, I know. We saw Bob trying to ride on it. What's this? All right, Kin Dynasty. Bill has a. Let's see what he's got here.
Did you find me, Justin?
There's a top secret phone repair.
A lot of
you might like Matt. You might want to check that video out. Top secret foam repair. A new trick to fixing your foam airplane. Hi, Alexis.
Oh, there she is.
Hey, Alexis.
Hi. I'm looking for my AirPods.
Take your time. So, Justin, it's MAXIMO, Maximo, and then Aponte Jr.
Oh, Maximo. Okay, I was putting Max. There's actually a lot of Max Aponte. It
was actually spelled different for a while, and everybody's like, "Oh, I can't find it." I'm like, I'll just change it back to my name. So I kind of didn't want people around me to find me. I keep my Facebook just, a few friends, but it's just like ever since I started FPV, man, like Facebook is blown up for me. It's just like fucking friend request after friend request, and I'm like, okay. But I don't know, just like 2 years ago, I only was friends with people that I actually knew.
Yeah, I gotta admit, I'm not crazy about Facebook. I never have been. I created my Facebook account only to help market the businesses I worked in. Because I created the business pages for them. And so if I don't respond to a friend request, it's not a slight. It's just that I never look at my page. So and I have the alerts turned off.
I just read it as a newspaper. I don't really use Facebook just to share links. That's it.
Yep. I'm on it a little more. I mean, I guess a little more now, but Maximo. I wonder if are we friends?
I don't think so.
You guys would
You know,
never.
that's we are two friends. Don't hurt my feelings. Like,
Not on Facebook, in real life, man.
yeah, we're cool.
On YouTube, we're cool.
Yeah. How do you follow?
Oh my god, my stupid computer.
That's how often I'm on it. It took me that long to find this search thing. Let me see, Maximo.
My freaking phone's dead. Damn it.
Oh yeah, we're friends. We didn't even know it.
No.
Yeah, we're actually
Like I
friends.
said, you don't use Facebook. I don't really use Facebook, you know. So
Yeah,
I
there
just
you well,
share
there
stuff.
you are, the picture with your planes.
Just the
Yeah, that's my cover.
Facebook.
Sweet. All right, so we're friends.
Yeah, but this guy's my baby. That's Big Ben right there. I have a Draco too, and I don't know. The Draco's nice. It's beautiful, but like it just doesn't fly like this guy does. Like it's powerful. It's just you're always on the sticks, and like it's supposed to be a really nice plane in real life. And the RC, it's beautiful, but it doesn't fly great. You're just constantly on the sticks all the time, up, down, left, right. Just try to keep it straight.
How you doing, Mikey? Welcome in. Hi, Alexis.
Hello.
We were gonna lose Max. He was gonna leave if you didn't join the chat.
Yeah, I was
don't
outta
wanna lose
here.
Max. I don't want to lose Max. Here, let me get that over. Is the mic still working even though I got these on, right?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, we hear you. Yeah, you're good.
Sound good?
Okay.
Well, welcome in. It's been 2 hours now. I'm gonna be going. Thank you for.
I can't see the chat, so I'm trying to pull it up on my phone.
Oh, okay. We'll wait.
Yeah, it'll be another hour.
Like that penguin joke.
Somebody said right before I got over here that I didn't finish the penguin joke. Yes, I did.
Yeah, she did.
I did.
Yeah.
And Bill said, "Oh, it's an old one." It's like, yeah, it's an old one, but it's funny.
I didn't mean to criticize. I said, did I say it was an old one? Because I said I think I know that one is what I think I said.
When my brother first told me that joke, I laughed so hard I fell off my chair. He was on the phone with me. He's like, "Are you there? Are you there?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm here." But God, yeah, it was.
I'm friends with you, Max.
Oh, you are? You never hit the like
Yeah,
button
I
on my
didn't even
video
realize.
shares, you know? Both you guys.
Dude, I don't ever
Just like YouTube, you know? You
The
don't
only
go
thing
to my
I
YouTube channel.
Useless.
Probably not
that I
even
am.
subscribed.
Hello, Joe.
That's
I don't ever
Really?
go on Facebook. I use Messenger more than I do Facebook.
Yeah,
As
same
a
here,
macho, manly man that's actually seen your naked ass on your channel, I think I've seen your videos. Yeah, I can recall seeing your videos. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I feel really
My
close.
ass is
I've
okay.
seen
It's
those
little,
videos.
but, you know, it's okay.
And well, it's tight. You're tight. Got it going on.
We've actually seen your backside, Max. You and
Mhm.
Tammy Jean both.
Yeah, yeah. Saw it on my channel, too, for, I don't know, a day or two until they took it down.
Did they?
But
You know, we were
Yeah.
just comparing the video earlier over on Paul's show because Philly Drone Life got introduced to the whole naked yoga thing on YouTube.
mhm.
And I was like, how is it that they can have that on there labeled as educational, but Max shows his rear end on his video and they flag it for nudity? Makes no
I know.
sense.
I researched it too before I posted it because I had it set for a minute, and even in unlisted YouTube said it was okay, and then when I went to public, they said it was okay, but then a couple days later they said nope. But I feel it was somebody that just didn't like it, complained about. Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Because I'm sure you could just stand in front of a camera naked, so long as nobody complains, you're fine. Because
like
YouTube's not gonna
the,
check it, you know.
It's like the eBay guy that was selling a mirror, and he took it. He took a picture of
Oh
the mirror while he was
yeah.
standing naked.
I remember that. Yeah.
I have a feeling if I stood naked in front of a camera, I would lose all my subscribers.
I don't know. Jim Boshart picked up my subscription.
You came
whenever
pretty
he
close
went.
during the South Florida drone meetup there, Bill.
When I saw those legs, I was definitely subscribed with the bell.
Oh, I don't know. What keeps flashing in my mind is Jim Boshart's gigantic white buttocks.
Ass cheek.
We've all seen that, haven't we? Alexis, did you see
Yep.
that video?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did the police officer subscribe to your channel, Jim?
No, I haven't heard from him. So
Ah.
But a couple of inmates probably reached out to you, though. I bet you.
Did you get any bars of soap in the mail?
So, all right, let's talk about something interesting. Max, go. No, we talked about the parachute thing. What do you think of that, Max? That parachute thing? You think that's interesting?
I don't think it's worth it.
No,
because like they said, they don't guarantee. And you better have the DJI refresh, so you're paying twice.
Right. Well, what if your drone's?
So you might as well just crash it.
If your drone's old enough that you don't have DJI refresh.
I guess it's okay. He'll probably do less repairs, but I'm sure, like they said, 5 meters a second. That's pretty fast, dude. I mean, it's not whatever, the actual rate of fall without the parachute. It's a lot slower, but you're breaking something. You're gonna break a landing gear, an arm, camera, something. Something's gonna break for sure. You'll break a lot less.
That's about 16 feet a second. I don't think that's particularly fast, really. I mean, that's like from the tip of my roof down to in a second. And my Mini 2 has done that when I hit the palm tree. And I didn't break anything. I think that's just kind of a disclaimer-ish kind of statement there, I mean, so people don't say, you said my drone would not be damaged,
Well, it depends on what it lands on, too. If it lands on concrete, it's probably going to do some damage. If it lands on some soft grass or catches in a tree, you're probably going to be okay.
Or a foot of snow.
Like a Mini, that one shoot is good, but for like a Phantom, that double shoot is definitely better, obviously, I wouldn't do a one shoot on a Phantom, or even a full-size Mavic,
Well, apparently they've got bigger shoots depending on the drone. You would pick whatever. The ones that were there, the one that I looked at was for the Air series,
But in a sense, overall, it's definitely helps. You can't go wrong. You're going to spend a little extra money, but I feel you're going to still either do a repair yourself or send it off to somebody.
That's what
I mean, you're adding 70-something grams onto the weight of your drone. You may need it because you're going to kill your battery, a lot faster trying to get back,
That's what I'm saying. If you had to choose one, I would go with the Care Refresh. You have the option.
Might as well. Yeah.
If you can have it, I can't buy Care Refresh from my Mini 2 anymore. My Mini 2 anymore because I wasn't paying attention to my email, and I only bought a year, and it expired. And I thought about it. I mean, just out of the clear blue, I thought about it like a week too late, and they won't let you buy it. They won't let you buy that.
But then you could go with regular insurance now.
That's
I think
true.
Johnny has that, and it's pretty cheap. It's actually reasonable. You could lose your drone and still be insured for it.
Yeah, I think homeowners. Paul was saying, I think some homeowners insurance.
Yeah, I live in Florida. I'm not making any homeowners claims. I mean, it would have to. My house would have to blow down for me to use a homeowners insurance because they're leaving this state in droves, man. 70,000 homes are going to lose their homeowners insurance this year because a company's leaving the state. So there's been a lot of scams, a lot of roofing scams, and it hasn't really been about damage from hurricanes. We haven't had all that much. Last year was nothing, and I've never made a homeowner's claim in my life, and I lost my homeowner's insurance last year the year before because St. John's left the state, and it's my homeowner's insurance has literally more than tripled in the last 12 years, cost wise. Without a single claim. And I replaced my roof out of my own pocket during all this because I don't want to make a claim.
Now, Bill, if your homeowners, do you have a contract with them when you have homeowners insurance?
You have a what now?
Do you have like a contract with them when you have homeowners insurance,
A contract?
and they just drop you out of nowhere and just take off and leave
Yeah.
the state.
They could just drop you
So
for
they don't
whatever
have to
reason they
honor.
Well, they just won't
Okay.
renew, right?
They won't renew, right? Once your year is up, they just say bye bye.
But you still have that coverage if they leave in the middle of the year, though, right? They'll still
Yeah,
have that.
I think they would have to, but try to get the money out of them. I mean, that's the funny thing with anything like that. If you're going to spend money on lawyers, you may as well just forget it, because to try to get the money, unless you can prove damages. Like they were intentionally. You can be made whole and then make them pay for your lawyers if you win the case. But I mean, it's just insane. It's someone like me who's 61 years old and has never made a homeowner's claim. You think I'd be a good customer. I have a small home. My insurance policy is not that profitable enough for them. I guess $2,200 a year isn't enough for them to want to bother to keep refinancing my property, or 23 or 24, whatever it is. I don't know. But I don't know. I'm concerned now. Now they tried to push some legislation through just recently, but it didn't change much. So I always had my fingers crossed on that. But and I'll tell you the truth. They said that they were going to try to introduce something where you can have a huge deductible on the roof only, because that's really where most of the scams are going on. People will actually literally go up there and rip some shingles off the roof, and then put a homeowner's claim in to get a new roof, because the roof's getting, because the cutoff point's about 15 years. You could have 30-year shingles in a roof; they don't care. 15 years is the cutoff point where they tell you have to replace your roof to renew your insurance. And so what people are doing, like I said, at 14 years, they go up there and they just literally tear shingles off the roof, and they'll put a claim in, and and it's gotten so bad that insurance companies are just leaving the state.
Wow.
Yep. It's really rough. And now there's a guaranteed insurer, which is a state funded. I mean, it's a private insurance company, but it's contracted by the state to cover. So because everybody has to have homeowners insurance, or should have, and you have to have if you have a loan. And but it's so expensive. It's just crazy.
Well, you're supposed to, but you don't have to, in a sense. You could actually let your insurance lapse, just like a car. Who's going to catch you until somebody does their job?
Oh no. If you have a mortgage on your property, that you're in breach of your contract with the mortgage company. They can
you're in breach. Yeah, they could if somebody's doing their job.
They could foreclose on you. Well, let me tell you right now that when I lost my insurance last year, because that company wasn't St. John's actually that year. This has happened twice to me so far. It was a different insurance company that left. They actually contacted me to let me know that I need to get new insurance on like right away. They were right on it. So,
This is what it costs for our insurance this year. Check this out.
$4,000. Yeah.
Now, our insurance agency called me.
Now you're in Texas, right?
Yeah. Our insurance agency called me. And
how many square feet is your house, Alexis?
I'm sorry. What?
How many square feet? How many square feet under air?
20, just shy of 2,700.
Yeah, I have 900 under air, and I'm about $2,400.
Yeah, we're like just shy of 2,700 square feet.
1,200 total, including my garage.
I need a bigger house. I got too much stuff.
Bigger house.
Well, my policy is always have duplicates, right?
Me and my tiny little wife, we fit in here okay. And my two shit.
But tiny.
That's not very big at all.
Our insurance agency called and said, "Hey, they said, hey, Alexis, we found another insurance company that has the same coverage for $2,800." I'm like, the coverage is identical. And they said, yeah. And I said, well, shoot, let's go to that. Well, our mortgage company had already paid this company. So this company refunds the check to us, which is insane because the mortgage company is the one that did the check. And so now I got to return that check to the mortgage company because our escrow is all messed up.
Well, I mean, I'm in a different situation. I don't have a primary mortgage anymore on my property. I paid that off. I have a loan. I have a what do you call loan on it? An equity loan on it that I paid off on my credit cards, and I put an equity loan on it. So I have to carry insurance one way or the other. So,
yeah.
But even with that, so I pay. I write the check. In other words, it's not included in my mortgage payments. And even though I'm doing it that way, they knew right away that insurance policy, because of that company leaving. And don't get me wrong. Of course they knew, because these companies were tracking all this because it was big news down here that all these major insurers were leaving the state. So so of course they kept track of that.
Which is crazy because I mean the amount of growth in Florida too is insane.
Well, like I said, small house, 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, but that's fine. It's just 2 of us living here. That's all we need. And I just figured, it's nice and cheap down here. We got Florida Save Our Homes laws. My taxes are. I can't really complain because my taxes are still really cheap. I mean, I only pay a little over $800 a year on my taxes, and that includes my trash removal. So, that's because when I bought the house was during the crash, and they can only raise it, I think 3% a year. They can only raise the real taxable, the appraisal, the tax appraisal. They can only raise that 3 percentage points a year because of this law, the Save Our Homes law. But I don't want to count on that either, because I tell you what, if they don't think they're getting enough taxes, they'll put a new bill out there and change it. But that's what's going on right now. Plus I'm homesteaded. There's homesteading here as well. They don't want to raise it too much because right now only I'm homesteaded. It's only homesteaded under my name, but my wife. So I put my wife on the deed. So once you get to a certain point, then you get double homesteaded, and they're going to end up getting less money if they raise it too high. So that's my only hedge. But anyway, Florida's getting very expensive to live. One of the reasons a lot of people are coming down here is not just because of the weather, but is because housing was comparatively cheap to the other major states. And
there's so many people there now. So many people, and they want more.
It's just traveling the cost. Because the houses that were in my area, the houses that were in my area that were $900 3-4 years ago are now going for $1,400 to $1,700 a month.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you mean rent? Yeah. Well, you know what this little house was supposedly worth rent-wise? $2,400 a month. Little tiny house, 2 bedroom, 1 bath. I mean, the rents are insane.
Move.
I know. Get out. Go. Hey, Dad. I mean, hey, you know what I'll do? I take my Social Security check, buy myself a nice travel trailer, rent out the house.
Pretty much everywhere is doubled. Everything is doubled in price.
Yeah, our rent went up $250 this year.
This property is allegedly worth $240 some odd $1,000, and I know you living in that big home in Texas in a bigger area, and like that. Well, I don't know if it's a bigger area, but where you live, are my friends back home in New Jersey whose homes are worth $600,000-700,000, and they're not very big.
Oh, tiny, horrible, garbage, never been renovated, nothing. $600,000.
I know. I grew up in Hasbro Heights, New Jersey, and it's
same thing in New York.
Yeah, but you can see New York from Hasbro Heights, and it's just, so the properties are just. I don't know how people can afford to live there because their taxes are like $20,000 a year.
That's another thing too. Taxes are insane here.
So it doesn't sound like a lot, but it is a lot because during the crash, I bought this house for $41,500.
but you gotta understand, like the cost of living. I mean, your pay rate in Florida is different from New York. I mean, it all depends on the person that you are and what you're doing, but. Most people in New York make more money than a person in Florida. I wouldn't say most, but like it all depends on what you do.
Yeah, but they have to pay more so you can afford to live there. It's a vicious circle.
Sure.
Cycle, you may end up with less usable cash in your pocket at the end of the day.
Yes.
You know what I mean? We have no state income taxes, for example. But then again, I can move to Tennessee where the properties are cheaper and they don't have state income tax either.
So
Yeah,
you
but
just
see,
have
this is
school
the
school
thing.
tax? That's it? Just school?
Or moved to Nevada.
Well, no, I mean state income. I'm talking about. No, we have
Oh,
local
state income. Okay.
Yeah, we don't
No,
pay
we have,
taxes out of our
we
checks.
have local in school. We have that.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, we
Excuse
have
me.
Yeah,
no. We don't.
The only
have
thing that's
state
expensive
income
down
tax.
here, water is kind of expensive down here. When I was in Pennsylvania, the water bill was like $13 a month, $15
You
a
have
month.
water all around you. How's it expensive?
It's salt water. If you feel, I mean,
It's all right. Just drink it.
Yeah, but Tennessee and Texas are gonna go the same way as Florida because there's a lot of people moving to those two states as well. It will end up getting more because everybody's moving to these places because it's cheaper, but at the same time, it's causing the rate of living to go higher.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, it's supply and demand. I mean, they'll build and even that out, but you would think that the bigger tax base would make things cheaper, but it's not happening.
Like in my city,
Desalinization plants. That's what all the coastal towns should have. Desalinization plants. You'd never run out of water. You've got a whole ocean full, right?
then you
I'm
do
sorry, what?
California,
Desalinization plants.
like Australia did.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know where we have here. It's not desalinization. There's actually fresh water here. I'm just saying. We're not even that far from Okeechobee, but I know that Port St. Lucie spent $1 bazillion on a reverse osmosis water treatment plant. We actually have very clean water out of our taps here in Port St. Lucie because of it. But it's been millions and millions and millions of dollars on it. So you pay for that.
Yeah, reverse osmosis, good stuff. Yep.
Yeah. No, it was worth doing, I guess. But you pay for it. You pay for anything it's worth doing.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's not cheap. Nope.
I have a septic tank in the backyard, but I also pay sewer fees because it's a hybrid system where it goes into the tank and the overflow goes into the city sewer system. So you have both, but they take care of it. At least that's included with your taxes. If there's ever an issue, they come out and take care of it for nothing. Well, not for nothing. You're paying for it. Nothing's free.
Max, you're in
I can't
Texas,
complain.
right?
I love living down here, and my bills aren't that high, really, in
What
the
happened?
overall scheme of things.
I said you're in Texas, right?
No, New York.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say because I've noticed here in Florida with the growth, there's actually some small towns around us that haven't seen growth in 20, 30 years, and now it's just boom, housing complexes all over this place. They're ripping buildings down, rebuilding. Like just little small towns that haven't had any growth in the last 20, 30 years now are tripling and doubling in size.
Oh yeah, that's the way it is here in Beacon. I'm upstate New York. I'm probably about an hour and a half up from the city, and everybody from the city's moving up here, and the taxes has doubled, the rent has tripled. They're building taller now, pretty much just like a little Miami. But yeah, it's just insane, But the gas is still the exact same as like when we traveled down to Florida. It was pretty much the same exact the whole way down. Everybody was $4 or $5 a gallon. But food was cheaper down in Florida. Clothing obviously cheaper. I don't know what taxes are and stuff, but I don't know. But like I said, like there's certain people that make more money, but you're spending more money to be there. Where like in Florida, you might be making a little less, but spending a little less, but it's still all evens out.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's harder to know on fixed incomes what's going on right now. People came down here to retire. They're on fixed incomes.
Yes.
All of a sudden they can't afford their home. They can't afford their homeowners insurance. They can,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Look, we're missing comedy gold. We're missing comedy gold, guys. What's going on in our chat? We're ignoring it, talking about all this depressing crap. You know how to catch a polar bear? Cut a hole in the ice and place a bunch of peas around it. When the bear shows up to take a pee, kick him in the ice hole. Okay, that's comedy gold, ladies and gentlemen. This I don't know what he's talking about. Personal articles policy. Nothing to do with homeowners insurance. What are you talking about, Mike?
Something when you were talking, he put that in the chat.
He was talking, about if you put your drone under a homeowner's policy.
Oh, I got your personal article. Yeah, it's still part of it. My personal articles are part of my homeowners.
Yeah, but couldn't that be different in each state though, due to state laws and stuff, like whether it be
I
separated
mean, I
or
could pull my
not?
policy up on the screen if you want to look at it, but I do have insurance on my personal articles and my replacement costs for them. But okay, are
Apparently,
you talking
State
about?
Farm has hull insurance for drones, and it's like that. It's a personal item policy.
Yeah, so when you run out of DJI carrier, you go over to State Farm. Yep. But see, the difference with State Farm or private insurance to DJI, where you need to return it back to DJI, where the state, and there again, I'm sure down the road they're gonna drop drones because so many people make claims and they still have the drone, still intact. They just said,
Right.
hey, it crashed. I don't know where it went. Just like your
Yeah,
roofing.
like the roofing. That's why, like I said,
Yeah.
with especially down here, the way things are, I'm not making a claim unless I absolutely have to. I mean,
Yeah, you're a good person. A lot of people aren't good.
well,
Some
it's,
scammers out there,
maybe I'm a good person. I don't know. I think I'm a pretty good person. But no, that's not why. It's because I don't want to lose my fucking policy.
Semi. Yeah, you don't want your policy going up. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We had a lot of things that were stolen from us when we moved to this home when we bought it back in 2019, and the movers took them, and so we had a brand new homeowners policy, of course, on this property, and the homeowner, it was like 16 grand, and the insurance company said, oh, we'll cut you a check, just make a list, get a police report, which I did. But I told my husband, I said, we're not going to file a claim. I said, we're not even moved in yet. Can you imagine what they're going to do to us for the rest of the time that we're here? So we didn't do it. We just ate it. It's just stuff.
What did they steal from you?
A lot of collectibles.
I wanted to respond to Mike here. Yeah, I understand that, and I know that there's a different type of policy with no homeowners. I do know that, but someone one of you guys mentioned you can add it. You can make it part of your homeowners, and that's what I was responding to.
But
anyway,
I heard though too. Some people said that there's been issues too with like State Farm and stuff. As the media, as soon as you make a claim on one of those, they want to drop you when it's over. Like they don't want to renew the policy with you.
Yeah,
they'll pay it, but then right.
For a drone or a house?
No, I'm talking about for if you make a policy, like a claim on a drone.
Well, let's be real here. A lot of these companies, they don't want to be here in this state to begin with. They're here because they're making money. They're making money on their other policies.
They don't want you making a claim. No insurance wants you to make a claim.
But to do business in this state, they have to have other types of insurance. You can't just come in and just do cars, or come in and just do whatever liability insurance. They have to also offer other services. So they're offering the homeowners, and the only thing that's keeping them from making it so out of reach is that if they don't have a certain percentage, then they can't do business here. So they're basically here kind of against their will, and that's what that's all about. And they look for any excuse and then some to try not to pay you or get rid of you, unfortunately.
So Bill, I want to interject a question I asked in the chat. You didn't answer me. Did you buy a 3D printer?
No. No. That's
what
all right, fine. Let's buy right now.
Here,
That's what I wanted to ask you, Justin. The printer that you got.
Yeah, Charles is my purchasing agent. Go ahead, find me one, will you?
How's that for a piggy bank, Bill?
Oh, don't Max, you weren't in there. You see this thing I'm sitting in right here? This was offered to Charles on some Facebook page or something. I don't know. He got an offer to buy a big. Because I was talking about getting a big and wide chair, because mine was really, really worn out. I mean, really worn out. And he said, "Oh, there's this one." I said, "Oh, that looks pretty cool." And I bought it online, right in front of everybody. So that's what I'm sitting in. It's got a pad on it, by the way. I still padded it anyhow. Why are you showing me your pig? I'm sorry, Alexis. I didn't mean to talk all behind.
No, it's all right. This is not the latest, but one of the things I've printed since we last talked.
That's very cool.
My 3D printer. It's a piggy bank, and this one's full of quarters. And this is version 1. You had to buy the stopper. This is version 2, and you print the plug that goes in the bottom. I'll do this one; it's easier to get out.
How do you know they're virgins?
Virgins. I said
version 1, version 2,
Version.
Oh, version. Oh, I'm sorry. And then you're sticking your plug in it. And how's it a virgin?
Well, they were versions until you put your first coin in, and then
in the slot. You slot. They're very.
Damn slots.
Look, isn't that cool?
I'm sorry. I'm trying to be funny. That because those are actually very cool.
That
So
doesn't
this
look
is actually, this one. It looks so bleak, but this is actually made out of wood, and I 3D printed it. It's got 20% wood mixed in with the PLA.
That's really neat. I like that.
It didn't look like any of the plugs I use.
So it's probably very easily sandable and paintable and all that, right?
Oh, jeez, it's time to end the show.
Well, this one you don't need to, but obviously you might want to do that.
What was your question, Matt?
The Ender 3 that you purchased, does that have a direct drive for the feed?
Yes.
Honestly, I don't know a lot about them. I'm just learning. So
it's an
when I
Ender
get
3
it, like
Pro.
Mike Night Train and Tim and a couple other people are going to help me out to try to get it together and learn about it.
So I guess a direct drive to, I forgot what the other name is, but the feeder is above the nozzle to the feeder being away from the nozzle. So the direct drive is a feeder right at the nozzle, I guess, right? That's supposed to be the better one.
Well, it's.
I'm
got
not
two
sure
little-
because AZ kind of picked it out for me because he knows a lot about them. He has a whole bunch of 3D printers, so he picked the one out and then told me what website to go to, and then I got it because what they do is they get return printers from Amazon and then they sell them, and a lot of guys that are buying a lot of guys that are getting them from. The shit's not even open. They literally just open the box and were like, nope, too complicated.
Yep.
And send it back. And then Comgro's selling them for like $70-$80. I got it for $79. So it's
no, you got a good deal on it for real. Yeah.
So like
I have a friend that prints and he prints stuff for me. It just takes too long, and then people say, oh, it's great to have a friend that's a printer and they do it for free, which is true. But I've paid for all the PLA and the TPU and all that good stuff, but I'd rather just have my own and learn it and know how to do it and just do it on my own. Why bother somebody else in a sense?
So this is the case that I just.
Is that an 8-track holder?
No, this is
What are
these are
8-track.
It looks like 8-track.
These are game cartridges. For the Atari 8-bit and the 400.
Oh, so Atari is still 8-track pretty much.
I mean, it looked like 8-tracks. I thought that's what it was.
Yeah.
Well,
They're a little
Atari
bigger.
8-track, same thing, just a little bigger.
They're a little bigger than that. That's fun. I like the response. No.
Yeah, I like how the old guys started laughing. They were all like,
Yeah, the new.
no
Younger
responsibility.
group, if there's anybody
Well,
in here,
no
That's because some of us actually had 8-tracks in our cars once upon a time.
Not me.
Oh, I did.
Oh yeah.
Not me.
My first experience with having stuff in the car like that was a book of CDs.
Was it
I
what?
had cassettes.
I had cassettes, but when I first started driving and stuff, it was all CDs, right? The cassettes were kind of just now going out.
I remember when I got my first car's cassette player, and it was badass. That was top of the watermark, brand new technology, baby.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, see, when I
Spent a
started
lot on
driving,
that thing.
I had 3 cassettes.
Well, see, when I started driving, there were some cars that still had cassette players, and you had to get the little insert and use a Discman, right? You wanted to play CDs, and that's kind of where everybody was going.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's where is that too.
You can still buy those.
I'm 43.
I had Meatloaf Bad Out of Hell. I still remember Meatloaf Bad Out of Hell.
Meatloaf.
It was a brand new album. I had Bob Seger Night Moves, and I had Billy Joel 52nd Street. Those were my 3 cassettes that I had before I totaled my Mustang.
Well, Mike's apparently older than
My
you, Bill. He said he had a record player in his car.
Did some DJing,
Who remembers
scratching shit
these?
up.
Who remembers these?
Oh, laser
Billy.
discs, right?
Yeah,
Right.
I've got hundreds of movies.
Oh God,
Great mirrors.
Big disc.
Yeah, hundreds of.
Have you
and
looked
I've
any
got-
of those up to see if there are any of them particular ones are valuable or not?
No,
'Cause I'm sure there are certain ones that are probably really sought out.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
Like Disney movies. I'm sure if you have any Disney movies, they're
I've
probably.
got tons. I've got hundreds and hundreds of these things.
That's why she needs
Oh,
a bigger
geez,
house.
Batman.
Yeah, I've got every Batman.
Oh, any
I've
comic
got
book
Legends.
character, that's gonna be a collectible.
Oh yeah, I've got a comic book that's up there that's not really that old. It's like $100. I got a couple of them up on my wall.
Ooh, wow.
The ones that are graded like 9 point, close to 10, they're in the safe.
Oh, you've already had them graded. Nice.
Yeah, some of them are graded. Yeah.
Do you collect
I've
like
got
all kinds of stuff?
I've got a telephone collection that goes all the way back to the crank phones. All the catalog phones from the 1930s, I think they were.
Crank. Wow.
You
I remember
those, Bill,
rotary
right?
phones. I had rotary phones. Yeah, but not the crank. For sure,
I've got
not the
some of
crank.
We've got a payphone in our arcade room here at the house.
How did
There's
those
still a
work, Bill?
payphone here in New York.
I'm sorry. Somebody said something about a
Oh,
payphone.
I was asking Bill. I said, "How did those crank phones work again?"
Another shot.
There was a
Man.
generator inside the phone, and when you cranked it up, it actually, that's why they did that, right? There was
How
literally
many milliwatts did it put out, though?
I have no idea.
It all depended on your speed of your, forearm, bicep.
Yeah, it depends how fast you
tricep.
can crank. Some of us got better phone call, out of it.
You know that when payphones were operational, that the operator on the other end, like he'd say deposit 50 cents or 35 cents to continue your call for the next minute. The operator would actually have a scratch pad, and that's why there's different tones for that. Like the quarter would go a clunk, and the dime would go ding ding, and the nickel would go one dong. So she would actually,
Dong.
What?
Yeah.
I was waiting for Bill. Just waiting for Bill to say.
I got to remember who I'm talking to.
I know Jim reacted faster than me on that one.
It's just, as soon as I said it, I thought, okay.
I must be a nickel. I've only got one dong.
Listen, I got a Donkey Kong down in my arcade room. Do you want to come play with it, Jim?
Yeah. Oh, Jim.
I'm always up for any kind of game with a girl.
Yeah. There's a princess at the top.
Yeah.
Bill has a couple Kongs.
See my virtual background? I cut the top of our heads off somehow, but that was the Mustang that had the cassette deck in it.
Yeah.
I think it was Casio. No,
I
don't know. I can't remember what brand. I don't know. It was $25. That was a lot of money in 1979.
Yeah.
And it was actually
$79, $25. Wow, that was the year I was born.
Yeah. And that was actually a really good deal because it was actually $100 cassette deck. Now $100 is a lot of money.
How much was gas when you first started driving? Everybody,
I only paid
$5
post in the chat. How much was a gallon?
I only paid $5 for the car. So
25 cents.
If it makes you feel better, Bill, I was born in '85.
That makes me feel great. That was a '68 Mustang that was my first car.
Who was born in '85?
I was.
Justin.
Yeah.
He's the young boy.
Got children older than you.
He's the baby.
Yeah, I was on my second wife already.
Second voice. But it was 79 cents for regular and ultra, which was 94, which we don't have here in New York no more. But now it's 93. But it was 79 cents for regular and 99 cents for ultra, 94. When I first started driving. Now it's $5 for regular.
That's pretty low because I remember it
25
being,
cents a
I
gallon.
remember it being 50 cents, but 49.9 whatever, and it was everybody's making a big deal of it because then in the late I think it was 79, right? Like when I got that car was the gas embargo and the gas lines and all that, where you could only buy gas if you had your last number in your license plate had an odd number, even number days on your license plate. That's the only days you could buy the gas. It was really bad because
my grandfather told me that story.
Yeah, shit.
Oh, the World War II rationing was horrible, Bill.
No lie.
Here's what
I'm not joking. My grandfather did tell me a story where you could buy like gas with depending on your license plate. Yeah.
They're trying to get $1 a gallon out of us. I mean, that was the big, the big thing. But yeah, again, $1 could buy a lot more.
So, Bill, was World War II rationing really that bad?
Nah, you're a dick. And you should check your history out. We did say 1979.
I think World War One was worse, right? No, Justin left.
There's the fuel prices in Corpus Christi for. I don't know if that's going to focus.
What do you pay for a gallon for your airplane fuel?
That's what I'm trying to show.
Oh.
Can you see that?
Whoa.
It's $6, and here in Corpus Christi, it's $6.72 a gallon.
Wow.
And my airplane burns 14 gallons an hour.
Wow.
But you have to consider you're going about 200 miles an hour or so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you travel a lot faster. No traffic.
Yeah. I made it to Kingsville yesterday. Jeff and my husband and I went flying. We got there in 15 or 16 minutes. It takes a little over an hour to drive.
Oh, that's great.
Wow.
So, yeah. And
one day, hopefully, I'm able to own my own airplane. Hopefully. I'll do some stupid shit in it.
Well,
real stupid, but
I used to do the stupid. Well, you got to be careful
be
now.
like,
well, yeah, because
hey,
now,
we saw that you doing that roll in that loop, and you were flying inverted for a minute.
None of that is actually illegal as long as you're not in controlled airspace. You can go out and loop and roll all you want. There's a guy at one of the nearby uncontrolled airports that owns a Skybolt. It looks like a kind of like a Pitts Special. It's an acrobatic plane.
Yep.
Open cockpit, and he goes out and does loops and rolls and crazy crap all day long.
Yeah, it's a biplane, right?
Yeah, it's called a Skybolt.
Yep.
Yeah. Now, yesterday, on our trip down to Kingsville, we were in uncontrolled airspace. Corpus released me. They said they canceled radar contact, squawk VFR, which is 1200 on the transponder. So we're on our own. So I decided, without announcing what I was going to do to my husband, that we were going to do some steep turns around a little airport. Back to the airport, the guy owns a Skybolt. So I take the wings and I just roll it up into a 45 or a 50-degree bank, and I whipped it around and
bank and
I
yank.
looked over at him, and he's like,
pull a
Stop doing that. I'm going to get sick. I still want to do that. I've never felt that. I've been up in a biplane before, and he pulled I don't know how many, even if it was even a G, but just that force, like, I can't wait to like actually feel a real loop. I've never done a loop or a roll, just all RC, but I want to go on a jet. I want to feel those G's, even though if it knocks me out, I'm cool.
Funky chicken.
Do what you need, bro. or woman, whoever's flying the plane. But I want to go on a real jet.
That owns a Stearman, which is another biplane. And he's actually trained with Patty Wagstaff. And this is him flying his biplane. We were in formation flight there.
But open cockpit is awesome too. Oh, that's cool. That's nice.
And you can see that the pilot sits in the back seat there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Like, how do they see? Like,
they don't.
I'm sitting Yeah, they don't. It's
Well, I mean, especially during taxi, because your nose is high, you have to do
Yeah.
S turns down the taxiway to see
Mhm.
around the nose.
okay.
So
Gotcha.
yeah, but that's museum quality.
That's very cool.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah,
seeing way down a runway, I guess you're not going to have any red lights and cross traffic, and well, maybe some cross traffic.
Well, your tail comes up. You know, you're sitting back like this, but your tail comes up. So
It
then
comes
you
up
can
once you
see-
start moving. Yeah,
Yeah.
you get enough
Mhm.
airspeed.
Airspeed. Yeah. Once your tail comes up,
the taxiing
you're ready to
around
take
you.
off.
Yeah.
What's up,
Yeah.
Laura?
That's very cool.
Yeah, I have a few tail draggers. I love
Folks.
my tail draggers. This Cub's a tail dragger. That's my boy. That's Ben. Just everybody know that's Ben, Big Ben. He's my
Michael
biggest plane
Jackson
so
had
far.
an album. Yeah, Michael Jackson had an album once. This one as a kid called Ben.
Yeah, yeah.
Remember that,
Mhm.
y'all?
Yeah,
Anybody
yeah.
that's old enough.
I like his music. I don't like him.
You don't have to worry, he's dead.
Yeah. I know he's passed away, but
It's
I didn't like
unfortunate, too.
him after everything went down, but his music is good, but him himself, you're just too nuts. You did some bad things and everybody knows you did bad things. Sorry, MJ. you did that shit. Yeah. Yeah. don't bring your kids around people like that. I don't know.
You think he did all that stuff? Really?
Yeah, yep. There's a lot of fucking retarded people out there.
I
Just don't think right, like
I don't think that he did it. I don't think
No?
that he did. No. Mm-mm. No, I don't.
I think he
that,
did.
I think
Well,
he
I
was a
just don't
really
see how you had that much controversy and not some truth to it to a certain extent.
yeah. I don't think that he did, but we'll never know.
Yeah,
Folks.
don't know, but
Listen, I gotta go.
all right,
He's gonna
brothers.
go practice
I gotta go.
moonwalking.
All right,
All right, brother. You take care.
Bye, Charles.
Good night,
so
folks.
Bill, are you
Charles.
going
See
to
you
call
next
up
time.
Mike or what? Said he was graduated in the 90. Called me young.
I'm sorry. What?
No,
So
you're the
you gonna-
youngest. You're the babyest in the stream. You're the
Right, but he
babyest up
said
here.
he said I was born in 90. You're so young. I said, are you going to one up him, Bill?
Well, he's got to come up.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
got to come up on the panel.
What year did you
I
graduate?
think I'm the
from?
oldest one here. I'm by far the oldest one here.
Oh, yeah, Alexis, you're a little older than me, right?
Hmm
I was born in '61.
I'm 58.
Yep, a couple of years. Yep.
Jim, when were you born?
61.
63.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm the old one.
Oh no.
I started flight training in 1971 when I was 13 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, I was 10. I like 1970. I remember 69. I remember my parents, I stayed up late to watch 1969 turn into 1970. And we watched the Laugh-In New Year's special. Yeah. Remember Laugh-In?
So-
I do. I remember 1968. I was 10. I was at our public swimming pool, and there were some teenage girls that were probably 16, 17, 18, maybe 18. There's this little boy. His name was Sean. He's a little cute, blonde-headed kid. They picked him up. They set him up on the counter where they sold the tickets or collected the money so they could go in the public swimming pool. And they were playing with him. They were like, hey, Sean, next year's going to be 1969. What do you think about that? And the kid was oblivious. I was oblivious. I didn't know what 69 meant.
69.
Yeah. So I had to go home and ask my parents. They like, "Whoa." So I asked my brothers, and then they educated me. I was like, oh, God, I wish I hadn't asked. I was 10 years old. I was like, what's so big about 1969?
Alexis, do you know what the difference between a 69 and a club sandwich is?
Yes.
Yeah, of course she does.
Okay. Let's say you don't. Do you know the difference?
Let's not.
I don't know what the difference is.
Let's not.
Oh man.
Hold on. I don't know the punchline to this joke, so you can tell me.
Do you know the difference between a 69 and a club sandwich, Alexis?
Yes.
You're supposed to ask
Jim, I don't
Justin
know the
that.
joke. Tell me.
Well, I don't want to do it with you.
You don't want to do it, Justin.
Justin, what's the difference between a 69 and a club sandwich?
I have no idea.
What are you doing for lunch tomorrow?
No. See, now you understand why he didn't want to do it with you.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't
Yeah.
know my second persona of Drone Girl, though, right?
Mm.
No, but I know mine.
I'm only going to sit on your face, Jim, if you're dressed up like a toilet.
Oh,
Oh, there's the cub.
Oh, there you go.
That's my
Is that
boy.
Ben?
Yeah, it's Ben. Yeah.
There's
Oh, I
TJ.
saw this. I didn't know that was you flying.
Yeah, that was me flying. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he traveled, I don't know, what, 3,000 miles.
Yeah.
Yeah. In a trailer.
You keep a logbook like a real plane?
No, I know I'm supposed to do that with a drone and airplanes, and I don't know.
Are we supposed to do that with a drone? Really?
Yeah, you're supposed to do it with a drone as well. Yep.
I didn't know that.
Like I've been perpetually live damn near all day today.
Max, when you took him out of the trailer, how long did it take to put him together to fly?
It takes about, I don't know, between 5 and 10 minutes, pretty much. I mean, if I sat there and worked on the whole time, 5 minutes. If I'm BSing,
So it's
Tammy's
relatively
chasing it, right? Is that what she's
yeah,
doing?
Tammy's chasing right now, and then I think Al Duran chased it. Maddie,
Oh, I see it.
Drone
Yeah.
World, he chased it.
I saw this back when y'all were doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little bit older video.
Oh, it's
Oh,
not
it's a
that
meet-
old.
it's a meetup.
That's hard to swallow those planes up, even if you're
Oh, yeah.
really. It's
Are you
really-
Yeah,
flying the
they're-
FPV or just by sight?
I do line of sight with airplanes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start doing. I gotta order some air units for 2 of my drones. So I gotta buy 3 of them. 2 of my drones, and I want to make the one air unit universal for the airplanes. Where I just stick it on the top and with some Velcro
Yeah.
and just
I've
plug it
got
in.
the
Be comfortable
DJI
landing
one.
that with the goggles on there?
What's that, Justin?
Would you be comfortable landing one of those with goggles on?
It'll take some practice for sure. But
We can
yeah,
always flip off the goggles, so
Yeah, you can always take off the goggles. And
that's what
Have
I'm
your-
gonna put on my airplane.
oh yes, yeah. I gotta order a couple of those. Yeah. On your real airplane?
No, on my 3D printed fixed wing that I just.
Oh yeah, You're doing 3D, huh? Nice.
Yeah, it's by Eclipse, and I got the Model R, and I got the vertical takeoff and landing one.
Oh, you got a
eVTOL.
VTOL, huh? Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I haven't printed that one yet. So, and I haven't put this one yet together. I just got. Let me see if I can reach it.
How long have you had a printer for?
Not that long. I was buying everything a la carte, like all the servos and stuff. But then I just picked this up from Flight Test.
Oh,
It's
okay. Nice. Yeah,
Pretty
yeah.
much got everything
All
you
in
need
one.
in it.
Yeah,
Except
yeah.
I need the
Mhm.
carbon rods for the wings to support
Okay.
the wings.
Mhm.
That's really about the only thing I don't have. But the printers, I've had an FL Sun for probably a year and a half, 2 years, and I picked up the Ender
Ender
3
3.
Pro.
Okay.
Yeah, the 3 Pro. I picked that up probably 3 or 4 months ago, maybe. So, and I just got some lightweight PLA. So this one I printed as just regular PLA, so it's going to be heavy, but
Mhm.
it'll be okay.
Max,
Not to be
you have-
weird, but I think my phone did a pretty good job videoing this, didn't it?
Yeah,
I think
no,
it did real
good.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is just me holding my phone up in the air.
Now, Max, do you have to worry too much about the FPV signal screen?
I don't know what you guys are seeing, but it's good on my screen.
No, video looks good. Justin, with the FPV, analog, the range isn't that great. I mean, it's good, but I'm going with the DJI. So just like Alexis just showed the air unit, and pretty much you can actually go farther than what your controller can go.
Well, I'm saying, but when Matt's flying his FPV, you don't have to worry about it screwing with the signal at all.
Oh no, they're on totally different channels.
Okay.
Well, not channels, signal. Like it's all measured in like. So what I fly here is 2.4, which same as Maddie's remote, but our goggles are 5.8. Unless you're flying DJI, and then you're actually going both ways because it's always sending, receiving, so it's always looking for the best signal.
Right.
But so I'm locked in my signal. Now he can go, in a sense, like his goggles will see my signal and I'll jump over top of it because it's already being used. You know?
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
Just like, when you're I don't know what you have, but say your Air 2S or a Mavic, like it'll search when you first start it up, it'll search for the best channel and then it'll lock onto that, where there's other channels being used, regardless wherever you are, because there's always Wi-Fi everywhere, but it'll lock on to the best channel for you, so.
Right.
But yeah, nothing ever messes up. With the FPV, it can, but usually you see it before you take off. You'll see a lot of snow or garbage, like it's not normal.
Most of the time, you'll be able to catch it before.
Come here, baby girl.
Yeah.
Come here.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw this, Max. This was I had the Mini 2 spying on all you guys when I was down.
No, I never saw this. No, you never posted it.
I was down the other end of the parking lot. Remember, we parked down the other end of the lot.
Yeah, you were hanging with Scott for a minute. Yeah.
Yeah, Scott was flying down the other end, and Chris, Drone RC, and because I didn't know you guys were parking down the whatever. So we all came together eventually. But I decided let's go see what's going on. And there's the trailer you brought.
Yeah, I think I had to park down here because of the trailer. Because there was like a truck down here with a trailer, so I was like, I'll just park next to him.
That's what.
But yeah, the plane itself takes about, it all depends. If I BS for a minute, but usually about 5 minutes, This is ready to go.
This is what Max trailed down behind him, all the way from New York to Florida.
I use that trailer every day, well, almost every day. That's my work trailer. I modified it to bring some planes down because the planes didn't fit. They close it up, because we had to figure for weather and stuff.
Well, it's like just putting any other one of your drones up. You kind of get into a routine and you can do real quick. Doesn't take long.
What do you do for a living, Max?
Pretty much a handyman. Anything with a house.
Oh, okay.
But started with plumbing, heating, and air conditioning, and then expanded from there.
Look, I got a wall socket over here that's been acting funny. You want to come down here and fix it for me? I don't do electric.
$400.
$400 come all the way from me.
And then gas is a lot, man.
Well, here's evidence that the Mini 2 is pretty quiet because nobody noticed that drone up there above you guys.
Yeah, no, I never saw it. I was busy doing things.
You put that drone at 400 feet and it's the perfect spy drone. You never see it.
Nah, nope.
I mean,
not even
that zoom is nice.
Mini, but I'm saying at 200 feet, if you're listening for the Mini, you'll know it's there. If you're listening for it, you'll hear it.
Yeah, if it's just sitting there, you never know.
Yeah, if you're
Well,
not
it depends
paying
on your
attention.
ambient noise too.
Which is crazy. That zoom is so nice, man. You can be so far away and just zoom in.
Yeah, this is zoomed at, I think, 2x or whatever. Because I tell you the truth, the master air screws on there at 200 feet, I can't hear the drone. But that's in Port St. Lucie, so I don't know about here.
So what are we doing right now? We're just checking to see if it was between 5 to 10 minutes to put this plane together.
I was just seeing what you guys were up to.
I'm just kidding, bro.
Yeah.
Let's see if he's right. But yeah, pretty much between 5 and 10 minutes, It's got a bunch of little pieces. Well, I mean, putting the wings on is nice and easy. Actually, I had to take one of the wings off because I put the servo connection in backwards, which that's another, like with the airplanes, like, so it won't kill the servo, but it'll make the servo work backwards. So I had to take the wing. Yeah, I had to take the wing back off and
This
just
is where
swap
Bill
out.
forgot his drone was in the air.
Oh yeah,
That's
that's right. I'm
fabric
flying
covered?
right now.
Yeah, there was about a 30
He's all
second
having a
lag.
drink.
I think I just wanted to show how close to the ocean we were.
Hey Max, is that fabric covered?
No, it's all paint.
There's no
It's a-
fabric on it?
No, it's a styrofoam plane.
Oh wow.
So and then it's got paint on top. Yeah.
Nice. Very pretty.
It only pretty much needs 6 feet to take off, and then with my flaps fully down, which are like I have them as barn doors as we call them. I don't even know, like it's pretty much a stall plane, you know. I mean, it needs a very short runway. If I wouldn't call myself a great pilot. I'm an okay pilot with planes, but maybe 20 feet with me, you know. Yep.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I was glad you brought that because that really made it interesting watching you fly that plane.
Well, next year I'll bring my Draco if it's still alive. That's a pretty plane, very pretty. I should have brought that guy, but I wasn't like, you know. So the Draco costs more. You know, it's like right now it's a 750 plane, but when I bought it, it was a 730 plane. I didn't pay that price. I paid less than half. But I don't know. Like I said, the Draco does not fly as good as this guy. You know, but I'll bring it next time. I'll bring some more. You know,
are they all foam? Have you ever tried to do any
Yeah.
stick builds, or do people still do stick builds?
There is still stick builds around. You can still buy kits for it. But it just takes too long, Bill. Nobody has that time. You know. But I've done stick builds before. I built it with my grandfather. You know.
You keep mentioning every time I bring up.
Well, that's a long time ago. Like these times, like it's electric and foam, you know. Like, but I actually have a balsa wood over there, but it was already pre-built. Now somebody built it, but I didn't build it. You know.
Yeah.
Do you ever go to AMA fields?
Yes, when I was younger. When I did have an AMA license, I did not. And then I just went to an AMA field when I was down in Florida, and I was like, damn, why did I not renew?
Okay, so how much shit do they really talk about the drone pilots? Just wondering.
So the airplane guys, I think like all the stuff you hear is BS unless it's a cranky guy. You know, straight up cranky guy, because every guy that I chase with an airplane absolutely loves drones because of that chase. They're like, oh my God, you're right on my tail. And just like when I'm being chased and my friend's chasing me, I'm like, dude, you are right there. And he's like, dude, this is the coolest thing ever. I'm like, yo, that's so cool. You better post that tomorrow.
Yeah, because a lot of people
and don't hit me
on the AMA field.
He hits me, but I don't care. But yeah, I think it's a lot of BS. You're obviously not allowed with the drones on an AMA field. They have their own little section. But I feel if you show somebody that you're okay with chasing them, but see on an AMA field, they have a very expensive plane usually. Usually, you know, there's some guys out there with just regular planes, but usually you're gonna see a jet out there that's worth like $10,000 plus. And they don't want that shit.
But can they really regulate it because it's not regulated by them?
So I feel that they can regulate it because there is. I've noticed on the AMA fields there is a drone section and there's an airplane section. Now the airplane section, the guys that are flying in the airplane section go into the drone section. And vice versa. So, but regulation, probably not, I would say, but everybody's sharing the air, It's just like when you get two RC airplanes in the air, you're flying in formation, you don't really know how far away from your tail that person is, or if you're right behind them, in front of them, in certain turns, you lose sight, but
Yeah.
I've never seen a regulation guy there, though. Somebody that's like looking for a license, but I just knew my license wasn't renewed, so I didn't even bother. So.
Well, because they're so drone friendly on their website. They're like, come get a license, come get a license. But then, you hear a lot of people say, oh, well, I went to the AMA field and I was a member and they all ran me off and wouldn't let me fly there. And,
Well, here's another thing too. I've seen there's AMA places, there's clubs here that you can fly, and there's a couple that actually they put right in their website, we are drone friendly, and which is neat that they actually put that on the site. So they probably are.
But you need that license. They're friendly if you have that license,
right?
That license is the insurance.
What's funny, I noticed most of them say no gas.
Oh yeah, yep.
Which is
the one that we went to. I don't know where it was. I forgot where it was, but it was like real jets, turbines, like nitro fuel or whatever they use to spin that turbine. But it was a real motor,
So, Bill, they have a RAS chamber.
I don't have a RAS chamber.
No, you said they said no gas.
No gas. That's funny. All right. Well, there you go. Look at that, Draco.
Yeah, it's on sale right now. Well, it was actually cheaper for a minute. I forgot when they had a big sale on it, but it's a beautiful plane. So far,
have you seen the real one?
No, I've not seen the real one in person.
Oh my God.
No.
Oh, yeah.
The propeller, which every time I've landed, and it's because of the wheel, something's wrong with the landing gear, and it wasn't for me. But supposedly there's a problem with the landing gear, and every time I've landed, the wheel jams up, acts as a brake, and rolls the plane over to its tail and breaks the prop, and the prop is $25 every fucking time. So I've flown it 5 times, and it's cost me $125. Oh, bastard. But it's so nice to see it in the sky and fly it next to you, because I'm a person that will like fly right in front of my face, even though it's got a 7.5-foot wingspan.
I don't know if it's because I'm your grandfather, but I mean I like the idea of gas powered RC with a wooden.
Oh, I love gas.
With a
gas one.
With a wooden prop, and I don't know why. I just love that idea,
I went to a field up here. And they had gas, and I just once I smelled it, I was like, "Oh man, I missed that." But I don't like cleaning the plane afterwards. Oh, yeah. Horrible.
Why don't they like gas at some of these places? What's the reasoning behind it?
Carbon emissions.
Carbon emissions, noise. They're pretty loud. If you got a field that's surrounded by neighbors and like that, they don't want problems with the neighbors, and because they're way, way, way louder,
Oh, very loud. Yeah.
I mean,
the electric, all you hear is a prop,
Yep.
Hey,
the first,
Bill, if you can post this in the public chat.
My grandfather was into,
especially for Max.
See, grandpa. Hi, Uncle Bill.
My grandfather flew Moonies and Cessnas, and then he also was into RC planes too back in the day. But he lost his pilot's license.
You wanted me to post this? You want me to put the video up? You want me to post the link?
You can put it in the chat, but I wanted Max to see that. This Mike Pate or however you say his last name. He built his own Draco. He's a pilot.
Yeah,
they built
real.
Huh?
I was asking Bill from Coast to Coast if he ever sent those stickers out that he was showing on his live to me. I never received them. If you did, I was like,
I'm actually going to be live on Coast to Coast Drones on June 8th.
Well,
I'm doing what Justin did not do, but I'm just letting you know.
What do you mean? What I did not do? What are you
You
talking
told
about?
everybody to come over to Uncle Bill's. See, I'm telling everybody to go over to Coast to Coast.
No, I was bitching
I'm
at
just
Bill
messing with you, dude.
No, I was bitching.
I
at him
wasn't
for
in
like
Paul's stream. I was flying.
No, I was bitching
Yeah.
at Bill from coast to coast for like a month.
Like, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it was. Wait,
And
see that?
he has a twin brother, and I don't know. These
Yeah.
guys have got more money than
This guy's got
anybody I've
so
ever
much
met.
money. Oh my god.
Yeah.
He just
Great.
pretty much flies in that plane with his family all the time, going on vacation. Which I'm not hating. You know, he has his own business, and the business takes care of like him and his family going to do their thing. That's
Yeah.
great.
No, Elon Musk. I'm just
That's
saying.
awesome. But yeah, I wish. So that's a difference between my plane, my Draco, and this Draco. That this has a what is the thrust prop where the pitch? I forgot what it's called. The
It's
one
called
the
a
pitch.
constant speed prop. It's just like
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have that on my Bonanza, but it's a lot less than what this thing is, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a constant speed. You have a
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty much
Extra
like a
knob.
helicopter. Yeah. Yeah. Where it's
Well,
a
yeah, you
constant
can change
speed, and you
the-
change the pitch of the rotor.
Yeah, you have to be careful with the manifold pressure. I hadn't flown
Oh,
one
yeah.
of those since I was a teenager, but I had forgotten. I hadn't flown a high performance airplane since I was probably like 17, 18 years old. But you have to make sure that your manifold pressure is not greater than your RPMs,
Mhm.
except for takeoff. And you go full forward on everything. Your mixture, your prop is both full forward on landing, and then you just use your throttle. But when you're taking off, I'm not supposed to go over 2,600 RPMs over 1 minute, even though sometimes I do.
Okay. Yep.
You
My
can
grandpa
overpressurize and crack the case. This
My
guy's
A lot
a
of,
grandpa
genius.
a lot of
Really
grandpa
beautiful
talk.
movies.
Uncle Bill,
What?
you got something to say?
No. I'm just no, Sonny. Thank you for asking.
Sonny.
Who did we lose? Did Charles leave? Charles left.
About a half an hour ago.
Half hour ago. Where the hell you been at?
Well, I have trouble concentrating and keeping track of what's going on around me. Being a
This
grandpa.
guy said he said he was out early tonight. He's not out early.
Hi, Welsh Rob.
Yeah, I'm gonna go soon. Hi, yeah, morning, Rob. How you doing, buddy? It is morning
Yeah,
for you. What is it? 6 a.m.
It's even
My
morning here.
grandpa
now.
had two really beautiful Moonies back in the day and two Cessnas. Really nice.
You know what model of Moonies?
Do I?
You
No,
know the
I'm not. I
model
don't
of
know
Moonies?
offhand, no, but they were really nice. Like they were.
All right.
To me,
Well, as
I've
long as
always
you're still
compared
talking, I'm gonna
them-
get
Your
another
grandpa, you said?
Yeah, my grandpa, and I've always compared him the way his Moonies.
Hey,
were
Grandpa
set up.
Bill, where are you
They were like
going?
a Cadillac, right?
Your grandpa make noises like that when he got out of his chair?
Hold
Oi.
on, Justin. Okay.
Yeah, just like you
Okay.
did. Grandpa Bill, where are you
Okay.
going? Do you got to use a bathroom,
Another
Grandpa
drink.
Bill?
Probably going potty.
I got it.
Grandpa Bill, use the fan, okay? Turn the fan on. Do you need help on Grandpa
Later,
Bill?
Lord.
I think it's
I don't
time
know
for
what
his urine
models-
sample.
Yeah, I'm not sure what models they were, but they were very nice. Like they were like a Cadillac in the air. I mean, they were very comfortable. And he spent.
Well,
a
that's
lot of
probably
money
because
on
you were so small, because the Mooney is not a very roomy airplane.
it. Yeah, because that was back when I was probably like 10 or 12 years old.
Yeah, so
little.
anything is roomy
Yeah.
when you're 10. But yeah, they're nice airplanes. Moonies are fast. Some of the Moonies are even faster than my Bonanza. They're very nice.
Yeah, been
And,
only a
like,
couple
he did
real
all the-
airplanes.
Did all, yeah, he did all the repulsory, the painting.
Oh,
Everything.
shit. I think Justin's
Yeah,
got
almost
Adrian's.
Yeah, I had some kind of buffer going on there.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I heard that. So that
You,
video,
you hanging out with Adrian?
Oh.
Justin?
No, I don't ever see Adrian. Honestly, he's like a couple hours from me.
Yeah, you're breaking up like a lot. What
Yeah.
Uncle Bill do?
Bill sees that.
It's Bill's You know, he's a grandpa. He runs slow. So, what were you saying, Jim?
That video of that guy with the plane, the Draco. Now you were talking about all the money. I don't know who this guy is. Is he's famous for being a rich guy?
No, not really. He's
No.
kind of YouTube famous, but that's about it. He has his own I don't really know what he does, but it's manufacturing plant, something another.
So his obviously his plane is like a stall plane, which is a bush plane. But so all over my plane I see Best Tugs, and I'm assuming he pulls a bunch of gliders up. That's his business. Because tugging.
No, he doesn't. No, tugs are the things that pull you out of the hangar.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. No, he's not no, he doesn't do glider.
Yeah,
pulling.
I'm not sure what his business is, and
Yeah,
I don't
he
know
does a
what
lot
he's
of
famous for,
manufacturing
but
of something, but yeah, he makes a lot of bucks.
obviously he's doing pretty well because obviously Horizon Hobby said, "Hey,
His hangar is better than my house. I would love to have his hangar."
So what was he manufacturing on that plane?
He's done everything to that plane. You'll just have to watch it. He's redone the suspension. He's done everything to that plane.
Oh yeah, it's been pretty much like hit
And he's got a
and
twin
redo.
brother, by the way. So you'll see two of him in there. His twin brother.
In that video, it looked like he was putting a bigger motor in it, wasn't he?
I think he did, and then he crashed one of them with his wife in. Something went wrong, and they were okay. They were a little shaken up, of course, but yeah, he's a smart dude. Very smart. But yeah, it's a fascinating channel. Another guy that's fun to watch, which has nothing to do with what we're talking about, the Dracos, but he flies the Cirrus, which I used to fly those recently in the last few years. I've flown Cirrus.
Nice plane. Yep.
I was flying an SR-20, but this guy has an SR-22. His channel is called Nico's Wings, Niko''S. He's a Greek guy. I don't know what his business is either, but he flies all over the nation. He's a good channel to subscribe to. And Martin Pauly, he's another one. He flies a Bonanza. I'm going to redo my panel, my audio, the whole instrumentation panel. I'm going to model my panel after his, but I'll have to do it piece by piece because it's so expensive. One radio that I'm buying is $26,000.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But see, it's just like the drone world. It's a different price range, but like, you know, you just said you had the 20 and he has a 22. You know, it's like the Mini 2 to the Mini 3, you know?
Yeah,
you always want upgrades. You always want upgrades.
Older model of a Cirrus.
For sure,
Martin Pauly,
absolutely.
he has an A36 though, Bonanza. His is a conventional tail. It's not a V tail. Mine's a V tail. Yesterday when I was flying with my husband, we had a little turbulence and the tail wags kind of like a fish.
Okay.
And he had never flown in our plane because I just bought it in November. He had never been up with me. And so we had a little turbulence and we were going side by side, the yaw, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so I said, "You feel that?" And he goes, "Yeah, of course I do." And I said, "Well,
I feel it."
You correct it by pushing down on the right rudder. You know, you'll correct it. But see, that plane doesn't really have a rudder in the typical sense. It's because it's a V tail.
Yeah, because it's angled a little bit. Yeah,
it's called a rudder vader.
Mm-hmm.
So it combines the elevator and the rudder all together.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have that vertical fin to help stabilize you in the air. So if you hit a little turbulence or whatever, it'll kind of wag on you. You just have to correct it by pushing down on the rudder pedal. And so I showed him how to do that. And he goes, "Oh, okay." He had it, you know. He's not a pilot, but you know, he might become one if I ever pass out.
I hope he gave some steps.
Well, the problem with this airplane is it only has a single yoke, and you have to push a button and then flip the yoke over into the other person's lap. So if I'm collapsed, he'll never know how to do that. So we'll just probably crash and burn.
Oh God.
And plus,
pray
I
for
have
you.
I appreciate that. I need all I can get. I have an iPad Mini that's yoke mounted on the It's kind of a weird setup. The panel, the way they Beechcraft built it, but the iPad Mini, the way it's mounted, you can't even get to the button. So by the time he would try to reach over and do it, even if he did it, he might just accept fate and go down with the plane. You know, so God forbid that ever happens. So.
I've never flown an actual passenger plane yet, but one day I will.
Yeah.
For real. Yeah.
If I can get a double yoke,
I know all
plane,
the controls, obviously, but
sure.
Yeah.
If I can get a double yoke back in my plane, I had one in there when I was getting checked out with the CFI. I borrowed it from a friend, but if I can get that back in, like if we're at an event, we can go up and I'll let you fly it.
Hey, I'm there.
Once we get to altitude, we're good, because if something goes crazy, I'll just say let go. My airplane.
I'm not letting go.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep rolling.
Right. I just
do a
push
little
the eject
corkscrew on the
button.
way down. Throw a little rudder in there.
Yeah.
I've never been
Make
in
a real twist.
plane, just jets.
What's that, Jim?
Oh, you've never been in a small plane?
I've never been in a small plane, just jets.
Right,
What,
Jim,
just commercial?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, this is flying in a private aircraft, a general aviation aircraft is
Totally different. Yeah.
Well, it's so cool because you have the up front. You've got the front seat. You're not just looking out a side window. And
See, back in the day, I remember as a kid, like when we went on, like, I don't remember what flight we took, whoever, owned the airplane, American Airlines or whatever, like the door was open. I remember sitting on the pilot's lap while he was flying the plane. Now, it was all automatic back then because he wasn't doing nothing. Nobody was doing nothing, It was just like we're on a way down. Yeah, still don't. I mean, well, takeoff and landings, it's you guys, right? But once you get up to cruising altitude, you just let the computer take over, right?
Well, that's if you have something that has an autopilot. Mine doesn't have an autopilot, so I'm hand flying it the whole time.
Little
But
guys.
As long as I can get an autopilot in my plane. That's part of Martin Pauly's setup. So
It's just another add-on. Yep.
Yeah, but I trimmed the plane out so well you'd think that we had an autopilot because just take your hands off.
Me and my buddy were talking about that today. He's like, what do you like? You keep on saying like, what's a good plane? What's a good plane? I'm like, something that you can just let your hands off the sticks and it just goes straight. You set it to the degree and it's just like a drone, like they're, certain drones that don't fly right where you just gotta give it a little yaw every once in a while, because it just starts drifting and you can trim it out, but it just still does it, where there's certain things that just do what it's told. It's not being told nothing. That's the way it's going.
And this plane is what's that, Jim?
Like a front end alignment on a car.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Exactly.
It's got to be trimmed to overcome the torque, But I've been in
but if you're just cruising, it should just do what it's doing and do what it's told until you obviously give it thrust, and then depending on where, like in an airplane, it's going to torque one way depending on like which way the propeller's spinning,
Yeah,
but
that's usually on takeoff, or if you have to give it full throttle, like on a go around. You have to step on the right rudder just to oppose that torque.
Yep.
But if you're in cruise flight, everything is balanced.
So on real airplanes, are the motors a little cockeyed a little bit to compensate that torque, or is it just RC? Oh, so it's straight on, right?
No, like she was saying, you compensate on takeoff because you're powering the motor and you're increasing the torque to the point where it's
okay. So on all my RCs, the motors either.
I've only been on a small plane one time, but I know I understand a little bit of it, and I loved it. It was fun. The pilot that was flying the plane wanted to try to scare us because he was an idiot, but that was college, and he wanted to impress the girl that was with us, and all he did was make her throw up. and she needed somebody to lean on, so she ended up being my girlfriend. So it didn't work. She ended up hating him. So there you go.
Yeah, we did a. I'm looking down here. Somebody said, "Is it loud?" Scott. It is if you don't have headsets on.
Yeah.
I just bought a.
Yeah, those Bose, they cancel out a lot.
Yeah, they're noise cancellation. I've got the Bose A20, which is top of the line.
Yeah, that's all you use in aviation, right? It's just Bose. I've never seen anybody use anything other than that.
No, they're top of the line.
Tim's
4 or 5 Christmases ago. Sporties.com is a place to go if you want to buy a lot of, I mean, there's a lot of different sites, but they're really one of the bigger ones. But Sporties was out of the Bose A20, which is top of the line. So I bought my husband David Clark's. They're same thing. It's just a different name.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what he wears. I wear a Bose A20. I also have the Clarity Aloft, which is so it doesn't mess up my hair. It goes around the back of my neck and plugs in kind of like AirPods.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got the mic, of course, that comes around on the left side. I use that once in a while. I've got it in the plane, and I've got 2 cheapo sets in the back seat for passengers that are not noise cancellation. I usually don't have passengers with me because you've got to be careful with the Bonanzas. I've got a 20-gallon aux tank in the luggage compartment, so you got to be careful not to get too much aft CG. You don't want to get into a situation where your center of gravity is off. It's just like any other, like your plane.
Yeah, absolutely.
Your CG's got to be on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
yeah, you got to compensate for the added weight and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, there's an app I use called ForeFlight, and that does all the you put in like how much each person weighs in each seat, what your luggage is, everything, and it'll tell you if you're in CG limits or not, or if you're.
Does it automatically add 10% for liars?
I tell people if you lie, you could die. Yeah, I usually.
I've watched so many videos of like these planes taking off, and it's just like they're just barely getting over those trees, and it's like, damn, man,
it's not worth it.
Crazy.
Yeah, I've had like really, really short, squat, fat girls that flown with me before, and I go, "What's your weight?" And they go, 105 or 120. And I'll look at it. Each thigh.
Which titty?
Yeah. So I just put in like 350.
Maybe at 30,000 miles where the gravity starts to drop off, you know.
Well, I just tell them if you lie, you could die. So you better be truthful with me because it's your life depends on it. I'm not that stupid. I've been flying long enough. I know pretty much what I've been close to CG limits, and you can tell the difference. I mean, especially when density altitude is high. On a hot summer day, your density altitude goes up because that shows, even though we're at sea level here for the most part, our airport's like at 47 feet above sea level. But on a hot summer day, and it's not even really officially summer yet, but right now in Corpus Christi, let me see what density altitude is.
You know, it's funny. I was watching a comedy routine. I might have been Jim Gaffigan, and he was talking about the first time he was in a small plane like that. And they were asking everybody how much you weigh. And he was watching people lie. So he started adding weight to his, to his own weight, just to make up for what he saw, And he said, so by the time the last person went, he goes, now, how much do you weigh? Well, apparently I'm 895 pounds. Because
you want to put the heaviest people up front. So right now, I don't know if that's going to focus or not. Let's see.
First row.
Right down there, it says density altitude.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's not focusing too well. Let's see.
You can see it. Stop moving around, woman. All right.
2,046 feet.
Yep.
So even though we're like 47 feet, so it's basically your plane's going to behave as if it were at 2,046 feet. That's your performance is going to, so it's going to take a longer takeoff roll, even though you're in the wind, because air molecules are not as dense when they're warm as they are when they're cold. That's why in cooler weather, you get better performance out of your airplane than if it's hot.
Makes sense.
So yeah. So yeah, and I've been close to the envelope, and you cannot take off at the same angle out. You've got to do a more shallow, gradual. So there's no mountains here in Corpus Christi. The tallest thing we've got around the airport is the refineries. So you certainly don't want to go into a refinery.
Well, I got a promise for you, Alexis. The next time he does spin up in Texas, which is not going to be this year, it's going to be next year.
Oh, you're talking about
Kelly.
Kelly.
Yeah,
Kelly Shores. Kelly Shores. Yeah, he's not going to do it this year,
Yeah.
but he's going to do it every other year. So that every other year, I'm going to make my way to Corpus Christi,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to go up in your business.
You want to do what? I'm sorry.
I'll pay for the fuel. I'll pay whatever fees it has to be. I want to be in the air with you.
Oh yeah, that'll be fun.
Oh, Texas.
Well, I'm hoping to fly over to your next meetup.
Well, that'd be great. That'd be fantastic.
That would be cool. Yeah.
I think about you every single day.
Can you get Wi-Fi? Can you get cell service up there in that little?
Why are you not changing these screens where you're next to Alexis now?
Very good. What can you pick up cell service when you're? I mean, what's the minimum ceiling? What's the minimum height that you typically fly?
Well, we can go right over the beach at.
Oh, over the beach. But say, I mean, you're flying over land, and I know the minimum is 500, whatever. But I mean, if you're say you're flying from there to here, or we went up. Say we went up one afternoon. What elevation do you think we would be flying at? I mean, I know it's up to the local air services, but typically
Actually, it's not up to them at all. It's up to me.
Well, they may say no. Can they say no? They can say no. But typically, let me ask you, honey. I'm just saying. What typically?
Okay. Well, first of all, your first question is about cell service. Yes, you will get cell service in the plane.
Okay. So we're going to stream. That's my point. We're going to stream.
You can stream. As far as the FARs, the Federal Aviation Regulation is concerned, I have to be 1,000 feet above the highest obstacle. So if we're over downtown and the highest building is 500 feet, we have to be 1,500 feet.
1,500.
Yeah. And there's a difference between AGL and MSL, above ground level, mean sea level. Like when I skydive, we go by AGL because we need to know how far we are off the deck. And when we fly in the airplane, it's all MSL, mean sea level. So you have to be.
When's the last time you jumped? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
The last time I jumped was 1995, 96.
Okay, so it's been a while.
Well, don't pick up that habit again.
I haven't done that yet neither, and I want to do that too.
If I'm in the plane, because I'm not, I need you in there. But no, I only brought that up, and I mean, not to sound dumb, but which I do. But I just was curious because I think it'd be fun, and then we could stream.
Sure.
And just be a fun time, just a little value added for the drone meetup next year. I should be running that banner on the bottom of the screen.
I know you
should. There's a date and everything.
There's my plane from yesterday.
Now helicopters have different rules than you, correct? For like height wise, like they can come down anytime in a sense when they want to, right?
Yeah, I'm not a chopper pilot, so I can't tell you. I don't know what the regulations are.
What's over water? You can fly lower, right, or no?
Well, I mean, like if I'm over the beach, I can go. I forget what the regulation actually is. We had if you're over a populated area, you have to be 1,000. Well, I think it's 500 feet. So 500 feet off the deck.
Hi, Bob.
That's my husband and I in the plane yesterday.
Very cool. Right. Lucky man. But over there, because I noticed when I was at in Jupiter at the beach by a lighthouse that I was getting nonstop, aircraft in the area warnings, and typically you can kind of ignore them because you're at 250 feet or whatever, and they're limited to 500. But over the water, boy, they were just coming by. I mean,
Oh yeah,
could-
that's why I was asking, because like over at the beach in Miami, like they just do what they want. Well,
Yeah,
straight up, they do what they want.
It's still coordinated with ATC if they're in like controlled airspace, but if they're not, I imagine they can. We have a lot of Halo flights and Coast Guard, of course.
It's
So
like they
they're flying like
turn off their transponder and they just do what they need to do and then turn it back on.
actually they probably don't turn the transponder off there, but they would probably be squawking like a what they call a VFR
Yeah,
1200.
yeah.
There's discrete codes for different things, like if you lose comms or if you have a hijacking or whatever.
Mhm.
And that's a picture of me with my wheels just inches off the ground. That's on
That's
a
cool.
landing that I was doing. So,
Hi, Bob. How you doing?
You got to share all these things to your channel. You never
some
post
of-
that much,
some
no?
of them- No, I don't post that much.
No.
I'm not a big YouTuber,
Yeah.
So I've got the one flight on there when I first made my maiden flight after I got checked out. I went solo for the first time. And the walk around, that's really the last two things I've ever put on. I probably will. Ken Heron was kind of on me like, what do we ever get to see in the cockpit by yourself?
Yeah.
It's like,
you should.
well,
you
because
should.
I
You
only
should
have one-
cameras going in all the corners and stuff.
well, because I only have one GoPro, so I had it under the plane. That's why. So for Ken Heron's sake, what I
That's
did
still
was,
a great view. I just finally put GoPros on my RCs today, which now we got to make a video, and then my buddy's gonna give me his video, the chasing and stuff. So I'm gonna put something together. But yeah, put them out in the wings and underneath, on top, front.
some of you guys
back.
need to move to Corpus Christi. You could be my videographers. I'll fly the plane and you do all the shooting.
Okay.
There you go. And so I sent that to Ken saying, see, I'm all by myself in my plane. I was about a mile up there.
So, Jim, is there any chance in hell you're going to be down here next April?
Yeah, there's a high probability.
Come on,
Yeah,
really?
you said you're probably gonna go, right, Jim?
Yeah, I think so.
I was going to try to.
Yeah, he said he was gonna drive. No,
I was gonna,
Yeah.
Alexis is gonna fly. I'll probably
That's the
drive.
plan. Yeah.
I'll follow you down, Jim.
I mean, I'll book. You want me to rent the condo on the ocean?
I know. Didn't you already like pay for somebody's room? Pay for my room.
that was Matt. That was Matt. He said he was going to pay for.
Yeah.
Matt's going to pay for whose room? Was Matt drinking again? Well, Matt,
No, Uncle Bill was drinking.
occasionally.
That was a good live. That was funny.
What was? Hi, Tim.
The live that we did.
When was that?
You at the end of it, Paul's the other night.
Oh.
That was funny.
Oh God, we're gonna hear about that again. Hey, I mean, we got the Marriott Courtyard by Marriott on Hutchison Island. I mean, it's actually 0.4 miles from the meetup. I mean, you can actually walk there, and it's on the Atlantic Ocean. It's got its own private beach. It's got an unbelievable restaurant there, and an even better restaurant right next door. I mean, it's a great spot. Now, you may pay more, but they also have suites. So you get together with somebody and you share the room, and it's really pretty reasonable, you know. And you, I mean, don't get me wrong. Where most of the guys stayed was at the Hampton Inn, which is a nice hotel. It really is. They did a great job. They had a free breakfast, blah blah blah, and everybody had a great time there. This other one's more expensive, and they have free breakfast. But the location is fabulous, and you can fly there right on the beach. And I just wish someone would have glommed on that and then, shared a suite, you know what I mean? And taken advantage of it because they would have
So
enjoyed
what's
it.
the free breakfast? Bag of little like self-served or single-served cereal, dry eggs.
Yeah, you can make yourself a waffle, or they put the egg sandwiches
water,
out.
sausage, just like everywhere else, because every place
No,
else sucks for. I've never been to a hotel room that had good, like I've paid decent amount for, and the place that we rented, I forgot what that one was called, but it was pet friendly. It was $270 a night, which was pricey.
Home,
You know,
you're at home. Oh shit. You were right. That hotel was maybe an eighth of a mile from where the other guys were.
yeah, from Homestead. Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
Which we drank that night, and we walked down to where everybody was hanging, and then we walked back home. But yeah, very fancy bathroom, very nice, fancy. It was it had a kitchen. It was like pretty much like a studio apartment, you know, in a sense. But very, upgraded, very nice, like it was worth the money, I thought it was all right, but cheap breakfast, just like everywhere else, some powdered eggs.
That's a newer hotel where you guys were. That's only opened up in the last. Yeah, and it's pretty nice. I pass those hotels every day on the way to work. I don't know how good the breakfast was. You have to ask Ray Kelly because he walked in like he owned the place and had the breakfast, even though he wasn't staying there. So
well, I actually had breakfast and coffee at Ray Kelly's. I didn't have breakfast over at our place because that shit sucked.
No, I tell you what,
I got a bagel and some coffee at his place.
I stayed in Texas. I stayed at the Best Western there in Austin, and it was all right. I mean, there was an waffle maker there. I could have made waffles, but I didn't. And they put out an egg burrito kind of sandwich thing. It was pretty good. They actually put a nice little breakfast out, and it was a cheap hotel, and you could actually walk to the venue from there in Austin when I was there, and I enjoyed it. But you know what? First thing in the morning, as long as the coffee's good, I'm not that particular, to tell you the truth. Me and Art were the only ones that stayed at that hotel. It's like we discovered it. Everybody else stayed at a much more expensive.
Well, how much was yours a night?
Mine?
Yeah.
It was quite a bit less than the other one. I don't remember. It ended up being. I mean, for the 3 days I was there, 4 days I was there. 3 days, 4 days I was there. Ended up, if you figured it out, I think it was like $200 less than the other hotel. That's all I can tell you. I don't remember. I'd have to look it up. But it was definitely cheap. It was definitely cheaper, and it was available because the other one got booked up.
Yeah.
Because those guys were advertising a discount, for everybody that wanted to stay. They had nothing available, and I decided to go at the last minute.
But the roaches were cool, right? The lid.
Western, it's not
Florida. You live with roaches, so just let everybody know if you go to Florida and see a roach, just be cool with it because he's friendly. He'll say hi,
This was, first of all,
maybe take a hit.
First of all, this was Texas.
You'll see him.
Florida. I lived 15 minutes from the meetup, so I did not stay at a hotel here. I was able to drive to the thing, but no, this was in Austin.
The roaches, they're actually what they call them palmetto
buds. Makes us feel
and
better.
They fly.
So cool. They fly. Yep.
They're cool.
Roaches don't bother me. It's snakes and scorpions that would drive me up a wall.
I don't want to. Spiders and snakes.
Oh,
I did see a snake in Florida. It was a black snake, but I guess they have pythons because everybody lets them loose because obviously they get them as pets and they grow too big and then they just throw them outside.
Or it was a black mamba.
You're saying everybody like it's a common thing, but there are pythons and they're a problem.
Well, it's like a big thing down there now because everybody fucking throws them out. It's like, damn, it's just like the dogs too. There's packs in Miami, at least. I don't, I'm sure other places, but there is packs of dogs that just run around.
No, those are the people that are late getting out of the nightclubs.
That's a good one.
That was good. Yeah, not so much in the Treasure Coast. Because the coyotes
with chickens.
The coyotes keep the dog population down. So anyway, no, I don't have a wildlife problem here. I'm thank God because my Shih Tzus are free.
You're more up north. Yeah.
Well,
Miami is
we
different.
have all that here, though. We have scorpions, rattlesnakes. All
Scorpions. We have copperheads, and there's poisonous. There's all kinds of poisonous snakes here and stuff. They just don't generally hang around the populated areas, if at all possible, because they get killed.
Everglades.
There's alligators, obviously, and but I've lived in Port St. Lucie for since January 09, and I've lived in Florida since December 06, and I've yet to see an alligator in the wild, except when I went on a airboat ride where we intentionally went looking for them. So it's not like they're running around, in front of us. The things that annoy me the most are the sandhill cranes because they're protected here. Apparently they're delicious. My dad said when his uncle bought his house in St. Cloud, he used to shoot them right in his front yard and go, and they eat them.
What do they look like?
It's a crane. It's a big ass bird. It's got long legs, and
what color?
It's a $500 fine.
What color though?
Red green color blindness. I don't know. Gray, white,
gray.
Yeah.
Do they have a huge beak on them? I've seen gray ones and white ones. Are there white ones too? So those are the roach birds.
Yeah,
they love roaches. So the first year, when me and Tammy first started dating, we went down to my grandfather's house and we cleaned up his backyard, and it was just full of like leaves and mangoes, pretty much, because he has a bunch of mango trees in his backyard.
Nice.
And we cleaned up the yard. Like a whole flock of them came in, and literally you just saw. Tammy's got pictures of them throwing like they would dig down in the sand and pull them up and just throw the bug up in the air and just catch it and just devour it. And they were there for like good 15-20 minutes. That's what I'm saying. Like roaches are just like the mosquito of New York. Mosquitoes are everywhere here. Where I just noticed in the last couple of years going down there that like you guys have been getting a lot of mosquitoes as well. Well, at least in Miami. I don't know. But like a while ago, there was never. We would sit outside and never get bit by anything. But now there's like a bunch of mosquitoes there. Maybe like us, snowbirds brought them down.
No, Treasure Coast, they do a lot of spraying here, so
there you go, Bill. That's
they do a pretty good job on it.
In Louisiana, the mosquito is the state bird.
That's a crane. It's in the share. I just shared it. That's 2 cranes.
Okay. Yeah, I can't see anything. I'm on my phone. I never see the chat or the private chat.
Yeah, I'll share. Hold on.
I think if he shares it, you'll see it. I do when I'm on my phone.
Okay.
I got one.
Yeah, those are bigger.
Oh, these are big. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they got an attitude. They got an attitude too. I mean, they'll walk right down the center of the street.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Bill,
go ahead. Hit me.
Pretty much any animal down there.
It's in the background. You got to click on it.
Yes, Bill. Bob, it's 1:38 a.m.
There
yes,
you
sir.
go.
Oh, yeah, it's time to end the stream for me.
You
guys can keep going.
That's a 6-foot snake. It crawled up next to me on our old house.
Oh, that's on the patio, huh?
All the advertising I can get.
On a deck.
That's right.
Yeah. And so
I'm not cool with snakes. I don't like them. I'm good.
Either. There you go. Look how
they all
long
need to die.
He was over
suck.
6 feet long.
They're pretty. They're awesome. Like they're all like they're.
He looked prettier once I killed him.
He was prettier when you killed him.
I had blood all over him. Look, I had my nails done and everything. There's the knife I stabbed him with.
Oh,
wow.
There's my nails. And there he is, half in my house, half out. I grabbed his tail and tried to pull him out. It's like a huge night crawler. They wouldn't budge. So I just started stabbing the living snot out of him.
You can have the house.
Yeah.
I'm gone.
Pay the bills. See you later.
And there's how I tacked him to the. This is how I tacked him to the shingles. I don't know if you can see that. The knife is sticking in the shingles, and the stick is stuck.
Oh damn!
That sucker was over 6 feet long. He's taller than I was.
Yeah.
So anyway,
I was right the first time. They're gray.
Yeah, they are.
All right.
That's better. Yeah.
All right, boys and girls. I gotta go to bed. I'm out of here.
Dream about snakes.
Good to see you, Max.
No.
No.
Thanks,
Wow.
Alexis.
Wow.
Good night, everybody.
Nice seeing you
See
again,
you,
buddy.
Max.
All right, peace, guys.
Good night, Max. Thanks for stopping in.
Tell Tammy
All right,
we said
later.
hi.
Will do. Later, Alexis.
Bye.
Let me see. It's 1:40 a.m.
Yeah, it's a holiday. At
Yeah,
least for us, not for Jim.
Not for me either. I got to work.
Not for
Nah,
me.
you don't. Call in.
Monday's my day off.
Yeah, I'm the boss. I can't call in.
That means you can call in.
Oh, I gotta be there. I gotta train somebody tomorrow. I gotta be there. That's funny you should mention that because I was sick last week, and oh yeah, he was asking how I was feeling, but it's because he needs me to fix his home computer. All right, never mind. I thought he was offering to let me stay home again, but no, I gotta work open to close tomorrow. We're shorthanded again, and I'm trying to train a new guy. Hopefully, he shows up for work. We'll see. However, I hear sandhill cranes are delicious.
Never tried them.
No, I don't know. They like I said, they used to shoot them right in the front yard, but now it's minimally a $500 fine and a possibility of a jail term for killing a bird. Yeah,
Wow. Damn. That's bad.
and it's not like they're endangered anymore. I think that passed because they're everywhere. You know.
Yeah,
But I've never seen a crocodile. We've occasionally seen a snake. There are hawks here. There's eagles here. That's the only thing I worry about with my dogs, you know, is the hawks and the eagles. Because they're Shih Tzus. I'm sure they look delicious.
Easy to pick up and carry away.
Yeah. Well, the
my newest drone.
The one Shih Tzu is over 19 pounds, so
There's
she
my
might be a
newest drone.
little difficult, but the other one's a little girl.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I've seen those. They're pretty fun.
These things are like outdated, but I picked one up.
Yeah,
They're funny.
They're a lot of fun.
In the house, I drive the cats and the dogs nuts.
Are they 500? I'm not sure because I've never eaten one, but I'll let you know if it ever happens.
Just ask Edge. He goes hunting for him.
Does he? Where?
Where does he live?
They actually put a permit out in certain parts of the state so that you can actually hunt them. There's only like 500 permits in the entire state. Out of almost 22 million people, so you know.
Mike's got an idea there.
Yeah.
Jackbox. No.
And Uncle Bill, they've got a big sale going on for Memorial Day. I got an email on them.
Who from Jackbox?
Hmm?
What's the sale?
It is. Hold on, I'll find it.
Actually, our friend Little Llama Laura and her husband, or living guy, whatever he is, David, actually hooked me up with a site where I can buy licensing for it for cheaper, and I don't remember what it is right now. But I've been getting the Jackbox series for like $11 to $13 per pack. Per pack, so
That ain't bad.
35 to 60% off.
Apparently, it's legal because you put those codes in Steam and they work.
Yeah.
Don't miss these weekend deals.
Weekend deals.
Well, this is US only. Sorry, Jim. But they do have, if you go to Steam, I think you can do the Canadian.
I just
Jim,
played it with Laura.
You have to get up in the morning, Jim?
No, I'm off tomorrow.
Good.
Jim Boshart. And
Well, I gotta go and feed the horse, so I'll talk to you tomorrow or see you tomorrow.
All right.
Tim, it's been our pleasure having you here.
Well, thanks for having me up. Shit.
Sorry, I disappointed you by not going off on some subject.
No. Interesting.
I hear I was replayed.
You were replayed.
Someone took my
yeah. Balls
yeah.
today,
That's
yeah.
great. Thanks. No,
That was funny.
everybody's gonna think I'm a homophobe. That's all right.
All right, y'all. Take care.
Take care.
You too.
Bye.
See you, Mike B. See you, Alexa.
Bye. Hey, Bill, like your email, you gave that to me, did you not?
I'd imagine I did.
Is it William or Bill? The first part of
Bill.
your email.
Bill at.
No, I didn't put you. I can't believe I don't have you in as a contact. Hold on.
Yeah, I'll send it to you in a private chat.
Yeah. Let me see. I've got you in here.
You should.
Well, I should, because I've got 5 other bills in here. Not
Pay
you.
them. Pay your bills, damn it.
Pay my bills. Trust me, I pay them. That's why the bank account looks like it does.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay,
There it is.
there you go. Jim Boshart. I just sent it to you, so check your email.
I just put it in the private chat. Can you see it?
There it is.
You gotta click on the private chat thing in StreamYard.
Oh, I got it.
There you go.
Wow, that was one nice bikini, Alexis. Thanks.
You're welcome. Wait till you get the next one.
Okay, send it.
All right. Take care, Bob. Thanks for stopping in.
Fartin' Bob. Oh, Bob, before you go. Oh. You old fart, you.
Man.
Could you hear that?
Yeah. What applause was that?
That's a laugh track. Here, hold on. Let me try this one here.
Can you hear that? Ooh.
There you go. I found my sound effects.
Sounds way off in the distance.
Does it?
Yeah.
I can turn it up.
I double dog dare you.
Gotta figure out how to do it now.
Oh, I know what I can show you.
I think it's just it might just be coming over my let's change that. You know, I really didn't finish playing with my settings after I installed my fresh install Windows 11.
Yeah.
And
you want to see our terrible rainstorm we had last week that blew out the power, a lot of power lines in Ontario?
Sure. Oh, and check your email. Holy cow, look at that.
That's out my back window.
You don't want to be caught out there. Jimmy just finished mowing the lawn.
That was crazy.
Yeah, that's quite a storm. That's the kind of stuff you don't want to be flying in.
Oh.
So, Bill, check your email and see if I typed it in correctly.
Did you send me another one or just that one?
Just the one, and then I sent it to Bill.
Oh, okay. If you think it's funny, but it's not.
You get it?
Microphone, track.
Huh.
Yeah, must be coming over my mic. That's terrible. All right, check my email. Sure.
Huh. Ooh. Delay. Echo.
I got it.
Hello.
I got it, Alexis.
Okay, good. I'll be sure to add you as a contact. I thought I already did that, but I guess I didn't.
And make sure I have you on my phone, for that matter.
Yeah, Bill. I forgot. Yeah, you're in Newmarket, so you would have been fully aware of that storm there too.
What storm is that?
That one that I just showed you, that rain.
Alexis Green. Yeah, you're in here.
Yeah. Queen Dynasty is not too far from me, so he would have had that issue too.
Huh.
So on the party packs, is every party pack different? I mean, that sounds like a dumb question, but like party pack 8 doesn't include 1 through 7. They're all individual, right?
The party, what now?
The party packs, like if you buy 8, that doesn't include 1 through 7. It's just 8, right?
It's 8. Yeah.
Okay.
I have. What do I have? Let's see what I already own. 7, 6, 2, and 8. Those are the ones I own. I bought them specifically for games that were in them.
See, my problem is I can't keep what platforms I've bought them from straight. Like I have some on Nintendo Switch. I've got some on my PC, which is down. I don't have any on my Mac, but I've got other.
They have a new Fibbage, which I'd like to try. Fibbage XL. And yeah, I like that one. All right, I'll have to check that out when I have a minute. Hardware out. That's fine. Virtual input. Huh. And won't let me change that one. Hardware input.
Check my filament.
Microphone, audio, microphone. Yeah, this isn't right.
Something askew.
Askew you too. All right. Well, whatever. I'll, when I have a moment, we'll take a look at that. But it is now almost 2 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
And I love you both, but I'm going to have to say goodnight.
Yeah.
And
Mike wants to do Fibbage XL.
Yeah, I know. I don't own it yet. I'll have to get that one. Well, Bill's been sharing a lot of links. What do we got here? What the heck is that? Wow. I'll have to show this to you.
The image.
Ooh.
That looks bad. What is that?
That is bad.
That storm coming right into the house.
What damage from what storm? Whose house? Whose house is that?
Somebody in Ontario. It was all over.
Really?
I think there's still some people without hydro.
What hydro? What? Stop talking Canadian. What kind of storm was it?
I guess it was a bit of a tornado that touched down. Something about 230 meters across by 4.2 kilometers.
Well, that sucks. But you do notice that the beer glass is still here, so they're okay. So they're okay. Wow.
Yeah, it was ugly. They say I was mowing the lawn, and when I put the lawnmower back in the garage, it just started lightly raining, and I said, holy crap, this is coming in real quick. By the time I hit the button to close the garage door to go to my front door, It was like 60-mile-an-hour winds. It almost blew me over.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's horrifying. I feel bad for these people. It's all drone videage. Wow. And this is Ontario, huh? No kidding.
St. Mary's, yeah, it's down by Stratford. That's where Justin Bieber was born.
Who?
Justin Bieber? The Biebs. You know the Biebs.
He's a douche. Oh, wait, he's Canadian. Never mind. He's very nice.
He's a polite douche. Sorry.
He's not polite. He's just a douche.
Yeah.
Man, look at that. Wow.
Well, that's dated October 2021.
Oh, yeah. What do we want here?
What the hell is that? That's not last week.
I don't know. I'm sharing links. What the hell do I know?
How did that get past security?
All right. So anyway, guys.
Yes.
Thanks, everybody, and the 10 crazy people that are still in here. I appreciate your patronage. I really, really do. And Alexis, love you, girl. Please come in every and any time. Why did Alexis turn off her microphone? Is your stomach growling?
She was probably farting. Oh, hi.
There you go, honey. Anyway, I really do appreciate it. Jim, thanks again for helping me host this thing. You guys in the chats, Don and Bill and whomever is Mike, whomever is left.
Scott.
Bravo. Scott's still here? Scott and Adu. You guys, Chris Wedgeworth, if you're still here, who I don't know why I keep missing lately. It's everybody. Anyway, thanks for coming in. You guys take care. And we'll see you next Sunday. Unless Uncle Bill, who may do this on Tuesday, if it's not raining like hell, which it's been doing lately, I might walk down to that canal again because I did figure out what was wrong when I was trying to use Prism when I was flying my app. Remember I did that the one afternoon? I went down to the creek and I couldn't get Prism to overlay on top of the Fly app. I figured it out. Okay. So let's do a little fishing together. Maybe Tuesday. We'll see you then. And ciao for now.
Bye.
For now.